Yeah, yeah.
Yo, what's going on, folks?
What's
Welcome
up?
to the aftermath. Oh, my Lord. Was it just brutal or what?
It was brutal all the time. It was like there weren't any moments where I felt like someone was not getting their ish pushed in. You know what I mean? But man, the end was just it's brutal for Andrew at the end, man.
I just feel like the master debater didn't know what he was getting himself into. You know?
He like at the very beginning, you could see like this is his like debate class. He's like, here's how you manage debates. Where like, I'm not saying anything. I'm just, trying to make the other person have to defend their positions. And I'm not really going to let them defend their positions. And I'm going to keep putting them on their heels, whatever. But it was like, as soon as you run out of the tricks and then now you have to talk, it's like, hey, what do you know about this case? He's like, I know nothing. I don't know anything about this fucking case at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. So what we're going to do, folks, is we're going to go through a couple of these clips from the debate. I think there were a couple of things that Andrew said or just kind of admitted to that were so wild. One of those being that he didn't know any of the charges.
How do
you not know any of the charges? That's so crazy to me.
Yep. Dude, he didn't even know. He didn't like that moment was hilarious because it just never ended, where she dragged it out as long as she could. And he accused her of getting texted that information. It's like, dude, that just demonstrates like, are you serious? I could like, of course she knows what the charges are, man. And I could tell you exactly why he's charged with each one of those things too. You know what I mean?
It's the pettiest, like that was the pettiest thing he could have done. It's like, look, bro, you lost.
Yep.
And for me, I think that Andrew's ultimate problem, I've seen him debate on other things. He's not horrible, but the problem here is he's trying to go in and debate facts of a case that he doesn't even know.
That's exactly
like, what are you going to say? That's 100% Tyler Robinson on the screen. Well, it's a blurry image. How can you 100% say when the prosecution doesn't even know?
Exactly. That's the one missed opportunity on Candace. Cause I know, like they seem to say at the end that his team was preparing clip. I mean, obviously they had a bunch of clips prepared, but Candace was like, I don't need to do any of that. What they should have done though, in hindsight, is they should have had all of the images of Tyler Robinson and just put them up and been like, which one of these do you think looks like Tyler Robinson? Like, you point to the one that convinces you that that is Tyler Robinson, with a picture of his face and each picture. You know what I mean? It's like, go ahead. You said it's overwhelming, dude. Just point to the one that you say looks like him.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with this one, and we'll just kind of interrupt each other or interrupt the clip as we go. But why don't we just start here?
Let's rock and roll.
When you tweeted Erica's too retarded to kill her husband, would you like to explain how you developed your evidence, your positive evidence for the fact that Erica was retarded?
Yeah, sure. So I just think all women are retarded.
Oh, so you're allowed to just say stuff. Who knew? So, and by the way.
Okay, so can we just look at how dumb this is? You go on the Joe Rogan podcast and you're talking the whole thing up about how you went to TPUSA and you sat down and you gave a debate class. By the way, refund them your money or their money for the debate class. That's crazy. But you go there, you say that you gave her a hug and that it was really good and you feel so bad for her. And then when you're presented an opportunity, you're not going to look good if you say, yeah, I shouldn't have said that. I don't believe that. But he goes and just confirms it. Oh, I think all women are retarded.
I think like all women are retarded. Yeah.
That's so bad, bro. That's so bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's just another one of those. It's another one of those things where it's like when they brought up his baby daddies, it's like, okay, you're going to have a fit, instead of just owning that maybe sometimes you say crap that's pretty stupid and you kind of just have to own it. But what we've seen is that there's no principle behind what he does.
None.
It's just a grift.
And like when he gets put on the spot with stuff, he's great at using weird debate tactics that's why I hate the entire idea of debates. It's so stupid. It's like, if it's a genuine like sharing of ideas where you're not going in there, like there's the difference between being excellent at sharing ideas and quickly on the spot, hearing what they say, responding to it with a logical argument versus tactics, like where you're just like, put them on the clock, do the whatever, do. It's just like, that's like, anybody can read that shit in a book and then just like do it to people. You're not convincing anyone anything, and you only make them look bad. Like, teach someone how to structure their own opinion in a way that is going to be digestible to people so that they come out of the viewing experience with a view that actually reflects what you are saying happened, versus these kind of clowns. All they do is just try to make the other person look bad and then act like they won something. It's fucking stupid.
Well, it's arguing small points. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you saw, and we'll go over this, but at the end, he tried the dominant approach where he's like, well, no, like, let's flip it. Like, you answer the question, you answer the question, you answer the question. And for me, it's just not an honest conversation. It's just, I'm going to win this debate.
Yep.
And it's just weird. It's not how conversations go. It's
Yep.
like, do you want to have an honest conversation about this? Or is this like the nerdy debate team in school where it's like, oh, I got to win the debate? It's like, no, man, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't. But
and that's why her exposing the fact that he didn't even know what the charges were such a headshot to anybody who's objectively watching this. It's like, okay, got it. So you came on here to what exactly? To try to make her look stupid? Well, the debate is about the case. You don't even know what he's charged with. And the way that he handled that when he knew that she had him by the balls was hilarious, where he was like, when he started trying to turn it around on her, he's like, you could name all 7. She's like, yeah, right after you name 1. Like, she handled that so well, dude. And then she slow rolled him on it where, whenever I'm actually trying to
take the glasses off, man.
Yeah, when I'm trying to have a serious conversation, I see myself in the finder with shades on. It's like, the shades are for I am not being serious right now. But yeah, man,
that seems fair.
When he was trying to do that, and he just, you knew, it's like, oh, she's got him. Because if I know all, I knew exactly what, I mean, I didn't know if there were 7, but I knew what the charges were. I knew it was obstruction of justice, tampering with witnesses, and aggravated murder. I didn't know that last one about shooting in front of kids or whatever. But like,
right,
Candace is for sure going to know that. And if she brought that up, she for sure knows. And then he was like, oh, let me see your phone, dude. Let's see your phone. Is like, he stretched that thing out as long as he possibly could have with that aftermath too. And it was like, bro, you need to move on because you look like an idiot.
Yeah. Well, let's go to that really quick, because I think this is where I think this is where Andrew's exposed, as he doesn't care about this.
Yeah.
He said it, he was an opportunist with this. He thinks he can debate it. And at the end of the day, all he has is the information that's come out so far, but she just dog walks him on this.
Which one of the charges against, or all of them, do you think Tyler Robinson is guilty of?
The specific charge?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think is that Tyler Robinson shot Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, but of the
no
7
shit.
charges that he's being charged.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Can we list them real quick? I'll tell you exactly which ones. We'll pull them up.
Well, do you know any of the charges that he's up for right now?
Yeah, of course. But
Can
I
you-
want to
can you
make sure
name
that we
one?
have them listed.
Yeah, but like can you name one? Because my general perspective is that you don't actually care about this case. You're not
Is
following
that
the
it?
case.
That's the
Yeah.
question. You're just not following it enough.
Here it
pretty,
comes.
Like, if you're going to engage, you're
Emotional.
going to say the evidence is overwhelming that Tyler Robinson is guilty. I just think that you should, like,
right.
can you tell me one
Then let's do the
charge
counter.
that he's...
You can really, hang on. This is a great gotcha.
No. You just got to ask me, play
Yeah.
clips out of context,
Yeah.
put me in the hot seat. So please just answer the
This
question.
is fair.
Can
Name
you
all
name-
7
can
since
you-
you've been following the case.
Okay, sure.
Go ahead.
You name one.
Yeah, you named all 7.
I'm happy to do that, but can you name one?
I think he's been charged with murder.
That's actually incorrect.
Okay, great. Now name all 7.
He doesn't even, this is like...
So,
all 7.
folks,
And I
Can you
think
name all
let me
7?
pause this for a second. So you see how it becomes not about the truth anymore, not about, hey, how much do you know about the case, not about the actual debate. It's, let me get petty.
Yeah.
I don't know something, I can't admit to it. Just say it, bro. Just say, hey, you know what? I didn't review them. That wasn't super important for me. It's not really going to change throughout the case. You could explain it away pretty easily. I mean, it does show that he doesn't really care, but for him to get petty and for him to be like, oh, well, you name all 7. It's like, dude, you're just telling everybody how soft you are and how mentally you're just an emotional fuck.
Dude. Yeah. And I'll comment on that, dude. This is gonna give me like 2 minutes on this. You could if you make us big, because this is actually like an important point I will make about debates in general. So I didn't even realize that this like whole debate culture was like a thing, because I don't pay attention to shit I don't pay attention
either.
to. So a couple, like maybe like, I don't know, year and a half, 2 years ago, I saw that clip of Destiny tweeted. So when there was the flood in Texas and those little girls, like that camp of little girls, and there was like 30 or 50 of them that got washed away in the flash flood. They were the same age as my youngest daughter. And that was literally 20 minutes from my house. And he made some snide comment on X. Like, he's like, hey, did they check to see if any of those girls were pregnant? I want to make sure that they get the body count right. And I was like, dude, I'm telling you, if that guy lived next door, I'd fucked him up there. That out of walking next door, I'd have heard him, dude, for sure. Like that's how I was like. And so I went and I was doing a video right afterwards, and I called him a sniveling drug addict, fuck, whatever. So someone
this
sent
was Andrew.
No.
Andrew said this.
This is Destiny.
Oh, this is okay. Right.
So Destiny, then like apparently Destiny saw it, and he on X or whatever, he's like, "Whoa, Jesse, I can come on my show anytime." I'm like, "What do you think?" I'm like, "Whoa, scary." So I agreed to do it, and then like people started blowing me up. They're all, "Do you know? Like, do you know what you're taught? Like, what you're gonna do?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "Dude, he's serious." I'm like, "He's a crackhead. I'm not worried about." They're all, "No, dude, this is what he does. He debates people, makes people look stupid." I'm like, "I'm not worried about it." My cousin called me. He's like, "Listen, dude, you need to prepare." I was like, "I don't need to fucking prepare, man. I'm fine." So I go in and I do this, I like, because I didn't even understand that it was, of course, you're going to debate him. I was like, okay, I'll go have a conversation with him. So I get on. The stated objective of the conversation was, I was saying, people like you can't even be objective when it comes to discussing Trump. That was the stated objective of the thing. And he used all these these weird, like it's the exact same thing, like weird tactics. And I'm just sitting there. He couldn't rattle me at all, dude. So I did it exactly like you're saying. And then he walks me into a January 6th conversation. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about January 6th. Why are we even talking about this? And he goes, January 6th, yada, yada, yada. It starts firing off all these facts. I'm like, I told you, what does this have to do with anything? What are we doing? He gets this one clip of him talking about the slate of electors. He's like, so you would acknowledge that, like, if someone used fake electors, then that would be bad. And I'm like, sure. And he's like, so you don't know that Donald Trump did that? And I was like, I told you I don't pay attention to this shit, whatever. So of this 2-hour conversation, and by the way, in the last 30 minutes, we started talking about the COVID restrictions and all that stuff. He knew nothing about it. That one clip got clipped, and then people ran it around. They're all, look at he got dominated by Destiny. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking? Did you watch the fucking stream? I was like, there's no one who could have watched that and said that I got dominated on anything. He's talking about some shit I told him I don't give a fuck about. And then, oh, so you didn't know that? That's what I'm saying. That's when I realized, I'm like, this is fucking sorry. It's like, this is what you're doing. Yeah. You just start like playing fucking trivia. And then if someone doesn't know an answer to the trivia question, then you lose. See, the reason why Candace was so awesome is because that particular trivia question was devastating to his position that he is even invested in this case and should be participating in the conversation. That was a real gotcha. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Let's watch the rest of this.
Let's rock.
I can.
Then do it.
Sure, you don't have to
do it. No, do it. I'll count them. Go ahead.
You don't have to put your fingers up.
Okay, I'll name them.
Yeah, sure.
Name them.
The first charge is aggravated murder because that's what carries a death sentence
so
in the state of Utah. No,
Next.
that's not. That is literally not murder.
Okay.
And so just for people, I don't have to do it in a time limit. There's nothing going on. And just to explain to people the difference and why that really matters and shows that he doesn't actually care about this at all is because aggravated murder, it's narrowly defined, and because it carries a death sentence. I'm going to answer the question.
Okay,
You're just going to recognize that your strategy of thinking that people are intimidated when you try to put a time constraint doesn't work, and you'll be better the next time you debate someone.
I got it. Give me the other one.
Oh, yes.
The more you cut me off, the longer I'll take. Do you want to just wait for me to finish of why that's a big difference so that people don't walk away?
I just want you to list the charges.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. You just don't get to pretend that there's a time constraint for me to do that.
Well, how long does it take you to list 7 charges?
Because I'm speaking. You just got to.
It sounds like you're just delaying it because you don't know them.
I know all 7 of them,
then
and I'm going to say
them
again because you're going to get embarrassed. You don't have to rush this. I'm also showing an example of a very flawed debate strategy. I am under no time constraint.
I got one.
Great. The second charge is the felony discharge of a weapon. The next 2 charges are for obstruction of justice.
Okay.
The next 2 charges are for witness tampering. And the
And what's
final,
the specific charges, though?
that is them.
Those are
Obstruction of justice,
both of
obstruction
those?
of justice,
Yep.
witness tampering.
Okay. And there's no other specifics to them.
Well, I can tell you why he's being
No,
charged
no,
with
no.
it.
Just the charges, and then 7.
Yeah. See, the bad thing is when you try to be an a-hole and it doesn't work.
What's the 7th?
The last charge is violence in front of a minor. Which
So she just made him look stupid
Like an
at the
idiot.
end of the day.
Yeah.
He really thought that she didn't know because he didn't know. He didn't even know one of them.
Not one. The
And it's
murder
like,
and the murder one too is like, that's embarrassing because you should at least know that you need to say murder 1 or murder 2. You know what I mean? Like you should have at least been able to speculate 1st-degree murder because obviously that's a premeditated murder if he committed it. But he didn't even do that. He's charged with murder. You're all, which one, dude? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, so I want to kind of walk back to the beginning. Andrew said something really interesting. So he said that the evidence is super compelling and that it's very obvious that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk.
Mhm.
Then when Patrick Bet-David was like, from 0 to 100%, how certain are you that it was Tyler Robinson? Listen to his answer.
Just out of curiosity, are you between 0 to 100? What is the likelihood that you think Tyler Robinson shot Charlie Kirk and killed him?
Based on the evidence right now, I don't know. I'd say 75, 85%.
Candace?
0%.
0%.
I'm at 0.
So
With what we've seen in terms of the evidence, I'm at 0%.
I don't like that answer
Okay.
very much.
I don't like 0%, but I also don't like his for
Oh,
how
I hate
he's
his
been
too.
talking. 75 to 85%. That is a lot of doubt.
Yes.
15 to 25%. You're thinking, well, I don't believe in the evidence. So you're almost on the Candace side. You're almost on the side of there's a bunch that doesn't make sense. What's going on? 25 to 15% of me is like, there's a kind of a bunch of holes. So why is he debating the side of the evidence is clear? Like 100%. Like I'm at TPUSA headquarters, sitting there and texting them and asking them if there's anything new out. Really wild. Really
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're right. What it actually demonstrates is that he went into the debate in bad faith because he changed. What he actually did right there is he changed the position he has to defend immediately. So right out of the gate, it's like he goes, because if he's saying, oh, it's overwhelming, I mean, that's a 95, 99%, that you're overwhelmed. And then you change it to
Evidence for the
75%.
fact that
Well, it's like,
Erica
now
was
what's he
retarded?
defending then? If there's a 25% chance that he doesn't, you know what I mean? He's literally just there to like grill her and he has nothing to defend essentially.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think part of it and where he tried to catch her is he kept saying, well, where is your evidence? Where is your evidence? I think one thing Candace could have done better is and I think she did. She didn't just flat out say it, but she could have just been like, look, I don't have to provide evidence. I can sit here and say, I think Charlie Kirk was, killed by an earthquake because I saw the ground move or literally anything else. And she doesn't have to back it up. Mm-hmm. She can say, this is what I think. This is my opinion. And that's it. It's on him to say, no, here is the proof that proves that wrong.
Correct.
And in my opinion, he didn't do any of that.
Zero.
Because he can't. He can't, though, because all he has is the information. He literally said he asked TPUSA if they had anything new. He didn't have anything. So for me, the basis of the debate is, well, Candace has to provide proof that Tyler is innocent. That's just not how it works. But I want to go back to the evidence part because this is kind of where Candace flips it on him. And it's like, where is the evidence that Erica Kirk is retarded?
When you tweeted Erica's too retarded to kill her husband,
Yeah.
Would you like to explain how you developed your evidence, your positive evidence for the fact that Erica was retarded?
Yeah, sure. So
Yeah.
I just think all women are retarded.
Oh, so you're allowed to just say stuff. Who knew? So,
You
and what,
just
and by
asked
the way,
me.
and
Like,
what dramatically transformed your opinion of Erica after going to the headquarters? Because you were pretty hostile about.
I wasn't hostile towards them.
You don't think calling somebody too retarded?
No,
Is-
come on. That's like normal tongue-in-cheek stuff for me online.
Oh, you're being tongue in cheek.
Usually when
But when a woman calls you out on the whatever podcast for having 3 baby daddies, literally naming a fact, you lose your absolute mind.
Yep.
Absolutely.
call someone retarded and being tongue in cheek. Yeah. Like for instance, you got supporters. I mean, if you want to use the same exact argument, you would take a supporter like Owen Benjamin. He called you bad names and called your husband bad names. You're just like, well, that's no biggie.
I've never answered him on anything that he said. I'm saying that you now are her biggest defender. So do you still think she's
not her biggest defender?
Do you still think she's too
Yeah,
retarded?
Pause it real quick.
No.
Pause it real quick.
I didn't know Erica Kirk. I'd never met her before.
The point that he just tried to make was the opposite of the point he should have been making, where he's also, Owen Benjamin said terrible things about you. You're saying that like, oh, you would just be like, no biggie. She's like, no. She's pointing out that you said such nasty things about Erica, and now you are acting like everything's cool. You know what I mean? Like it's literally the exact opposite point, but you know.
I mean, it's the most obvious thing in the world. He saw an opportunity to be their debate guy, go up against her. So he made friends with all of them, went to the headquarters, taught a debate class, probably tried to get more information. I'm still not convinced that they weren't involved in terms of the actual payment. I don't think it'll ever be proven.
Agree.
But I don't think this dude just handed out $300,000 cash.
I 100% agree. And there's listen, if you wanted to pay someone fill in the blank amount of money and appear like you did it, and I'm going to fund it behind the scenes, there's a dozen ways we could do that no one would ever know.
And they're a nonprofit. So,
yep.
You know,
there's that.
But
better before.
Okay, but you had an issue with Turning Point being led by a bunch of fembots talking about the feminist angle.
Still do.
And then suddenly you go to the headquarters.
Still think it's a terrible idea.
You go into the head.
Okay, but once again, you're a guy who is against feminism. You just said it on this thing, but then you're going to their headquarters. And Jesse, do you remember he also argued? I've got to find this, but he was arguing that it's right for Erica Kirk to be the head of TPUSA and not to be at home with the kids because it's his legacy. Okay, great. What I would have said if I was Candace is great. Absolutely. It is his legacy, but put somebody in there who actually knows how to run a company or a nonprofit or a company the size of TPUSA. She doesn't know anything about that. She did reality TV and was a stay-at-home mom before.
Part of the basis of why I'm so suspicious of the entire thing. But, and here's the other thing too, is I'm not super familiar with this guy's stance on things. Is he actually serious when he says he thinks all women are retarded and that no woman should lead any organization? Is that like a serious comment?
To be honest, I think if you had a personal conversation, he would probably say, no, that's not true. But publicly, that's his brand. That's his brand.
What an idiot, dude.
So, I mean,
headquarters. Now all of a sudden you've got text messages that you're sharing with them. You say that you and your wife are getting involved with management.
No. I'm not involved in any management at Turning Point.
Well, I'm pretty sure there is a clip of you where you say that your wife went to their recent conference and sat down. And then when you were on Joe Rogan.
No. Hang on. I'll explain what happened just so that you understand.
Yeah.
So I was invited there to do some debate training. That's literally what I was invited there to do. On
they paid me $300,000
refund.
I went
down. They paid me $300,000
That's the first time I ever met anybody at TPUSA.
Okay, and then you said you sat down with Erica.
Well, I didn't sit down to her. I talked to her in a hallway.
So you didn't sit down and speak with Erica?
No, I didn't have like some sit down long conversation. We talked in a hallway.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is that when
right.
you gave her the hug?
Sure.
Yeah, gave her the hug right there. My wife did too. We were both very sorry for what happened.
Okay, so at what point did you start receiving?
Did you go up to her and say, hey, look, I'm really sorry. By the way, I think you're fucking retarded?
Yeah. Hey, now that
Did you add that
I'm
in?
sorry, I don't think you're a retard anymore.
Yeah. I mean, you just said it on a live with hundreds of thousands. It's going to be millions by the time, probably in a week. Like, what are you going to do? I can't wait for the public apology on that one. Sorry, Erica.
Yeah.
Don't make me refund the money back to you.
Receiving text messages from that you cited in your opening statement.
Oh, I just reached out to TPUSA and said, I'm prepping for a debate. Is there anything that's pertinent that I can use here?
Do you find it interesting that people have been asking for, basic answers to questions, and you're saying that you walked into their headquarters and reached out and they instantly...
It's amazing, isn't it? If you reach out in good faith and you're not demonizing them and saying that they're complicit in the murder of people's deaths, that perhaps they're actually willing to release things to you that are pertinent, other than thinking that, perhaps you're diabolical.
Well, I don't know. I feel like if I was going to release that information...
This is where he just gets petty, but also that's a horrible argument.
Yes.
If they had information to release, like stuff that the prosecution wouldn't know, why not tell the public? This is the weirdest part of this for me. Why would you not want more people online knowing more information? Because we ultimately have done a lot of work on this. No, maybe we haven't like solved the case, but why wouldn't you want the internet helping you? Oh, we found some new piece of information.
Yeah.
He's still alive?
Yeah, I think that they orchestrated this entire thing. Like, I think this whole thing, that's why I think that it's impossible for TPUSA to do what would need to be done to get suspicion off them, is because they actually did do this. It's just, it's not real, is what I think. Like if I had to bet, and it's like, and the more that I listen to them about, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it makes no sense. Why would Erica Kirk take over the company? It's absurd. She's a trad wife. Now she takes over. And then like 2 days after,
money.
No, but the board would have to green light her to take over. Charlie's gone, board would have to green light it. And I'm saying if he's alive, then he's actually still running TPUSA. She's just his proxy. And that's like not even.
That can't be true though, because look at the crap she's saying. Look at what she's doing. Do you think Charlie Kirk would have wanted fireworks at his like memorial service?
I think the plan was to do this and then unify the party to get rid of the Epstein files and all of this Gaza stuff that was splitting the party. And then this would unify them, directed at the left. Then that way they could get JD. And then probably their intention originally was Erica to be the vice president. And they fucked it up because they did not give the public time to digest her outside of the public eye. They tried to just roll her out with like fireworks. And it's like, dude, why is she not mourning? Why is she not crying? None of them cried. None of them. None of them have behaved even a little bit as if they are mourning the death of someone who was that close to them. That's honestly, that's the reason I even started looking. I'm like, I can't reconcile this. There's no way they're all evil, but there's no, we're not going to solve it during this debate, but like,
I didn't demand that it be released to me. I actually never demanded that it be released. I just simply said that this is what was going on in the last 48 hours. Maybe to the media, they could release it. They could release it to PBD. They decided to release it to a guy that called Erica too retarded in June.
So what?
Yeah, I just think it kind of shows that Turning Point is sending you as their horse.
Well, I don't know
where
they don't
have the courage to have the conversation.
Like,
if they were just releasing something in good faith to answer questions.
Do you have any evidence of that claim?
It's not evidence. You're sharing your opinion that she's too retarded. I can't share my opinion.
See, this is where like the debate, like, oh, I debate for a living and I go to debates. It's like, well, do you have evidence? No, man, but look at the pattern recognition. Yeah. That's a very fair point to point out. Pattern recognition is, well, Andrew Colvett, Blake Neff, all these other people have been continuously barking, telling people to stop looking into stuff, telling people they're stupid. And then as soon as Andrew gets involved, now he wants to pay her $300,000 to debate her. It's probably one of the most obvious things in the world, but you don't have to have evidence to sit there and say, hey, look, this seems off. But that's his whole thing. It's a debate thing. It's like, well, where's your evidence? Well, dude, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work like that.
Well, and the funny thing is too, you could see how hollow that argument with him was, because when he was talking about the steakhouse, and again, I'll tell you the reason why I think that this was the reason that he approached that steakhouse conversation the way that he did is because he kept on saying, what about the receipt? What about the receipt? And he's like, what evidence do you have? She's like, I literally talked to the manager of the restaurant and have, with my own, I saw this is what is being presented as a receipt. And he kept on coming. So you have no evidence. She's like, I said I talked to the owner.
Well, it's
who
not
was
good
there.
enough.
You know, yeah, it's not
It's
good
the
enough.
not good enough argument. It's he goes to, oh, well, that's not enough.
Yeah.
Oh, you having the receipt, you seeing the receipt, you talking to the manager, you having all of this stuff. Oh, it's not enough. Like her source thing.
Yeah.
He kept saying, well, how do we know your sources are legit? Well, do you have sources that are providing proof that that is Tyler Robinson?
That
If you
was,
don't,
yeah, that was the part.
if you don't, yeah.
Yeah. The thing about the sources, when he kept on implying that her sources were not real because she couldn't say their name. Of course, dude, that's such a dishonest attack. You know, she can't reveal the identity of sources that gave her information on this case or whatever. Someone in the French government who they checked out, who said that there's an assassination potential. Like, you know that she's not going to be able to, and then you just go, oh, so nothing that we should be able to be relying on, whatever. And I was like, dude, that was the only time where I was like, dude, this guy.
The funniest, probably the funniest thing about this is Andrew went into this thinking that he could actually win.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is we're not arguing like our existence on Earth, and you can point to a bunch of facts that are pro or against it. This is a case that is not solved yet.
Yeah.
The defense can sit there and say, well, this seems weird. The prosecution hasn't brought this up. We don't have a clear image of him. We don't have the gun on any kind of video. How are you going to prosecute him? Give me the evidence that says beyond a reasonable doubt that Tyler Robinson did this. So he's sitting there and trying to say, well, you can't ask the questions, or you can't even make a claim of like, look, the 4K footage. Like, my favorite one is Steven Crowder. He went on and did this like 2-minute, like Candace is stupid segment. And he goes on there and he says,
I can pull it up.
Might.
Yeah. I'll
so
pull it up.
he goes on there and he says, well, I saw him on the roof with a gun. No, you didn't. Yep. No, you didn't. No one has. Oh, well, I saw recoil when he took the shot. You can't even, there is no way you can sit there. The only thing you see is his foot move when he gets up and he runs. You don't see any recoil. You don't see a gun. And so it's like, what are we arguing here? Are you arguing that that's evidence? Are you really going to be the prosecution and say, hey, me, Steven Crowder, look at the gun right there. Sir, where is it? None of us see it. So are you seeing something we don't see?
Exactly.
So once again, for me, it's like, well, all these people are like, oh, Candace is making these crazy claims. It's because she can. Yep. She can literally say, I think somebody poisoned him and he didn't get shot and he had a blood bag on his chest. And that is still a argument that can be made.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's where they screwed up.
Yeah.
That's where they screwed up, is he thought he was going to go in and be like, well, you have to provide proof. No, she doesn't. Period.
Yep. Period. And you, sir, saying the state's case is overwhelming, you need to explain why. And I think that he knew that his tactics were going to be able to protect him mostly from having to defend that position very much. But it just didn't take very much once you started like pressing on him just a little bit to be like, oh, you don't know anything. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm looking at Steven Crowder's page. His page right now.
It's the easiest position.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, it's the easiest position to defend. Andrews is, you just say, I believe the Fed slop. Oh, yeah. I believe everything they've put out. I believe everything in the media. I believe them when they say that this image they have, this 4K image, is Tyler Robinson, when clearly, if you just look at the arms, that dude is jacked compared to Tyler Robinson.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, but like
yeah, I can
Crowder's entire
find
page
this
right now. You know, I'm looking at it. His whole page is nothing but clips from this debate, and then him being like, "Look at how he owned her right here. Here's the da 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 da. Here's like the whole entire X feed right now is just all that. It's like, guy, okay,
yeah, he's promoting his Give Send Go too. I don't even think it's over $100,000 yet. Like, really good job, bro.
Yeah,
outstanding work. Yeah. All right, let me play the rest of this.
opinion, that I think it's going
Well,
to
I never
register
met the
as
chick.
really obvious to the public that rather than presenting that throughout the course of everybody wanting to know what Charlie was going through his last days, they decided to give it to you to come to my house as some sort of a surprise.
Well,
do you think the public's not smart enough to see through that?
Do you think that if you
talking
know,
about terrible PR,
if you know that there's a huge debate that's coming up that's going to be probably one of the most viewed that year, and one of the debaters calls you and says, I'm taking this position, this is the position that I feel like there's the most evidence for, and Candace also agreed to answer many of my questions in regards to this. So if you got pertinent evidence here that I can use, I definitely like take a look.
What is the?
It was actually amazing to me. It really was actually amazing to me how if you approach people in good faith and just say, hey, I'd actually like to know what the facts and details are around this, they actually do talk to you.
The problem with that is if you look at how Andrew Wilson is online, if I didn't know him and he came up to me at a gas station with the attitude and the look he has on his face half the time, I'll continue to say it. He talks and looks like he just started his period. If he were to come up to me at a gas station and say, hey, dude, I need $5 for gas, I would tell him to fuck off.
Yep.
Period. The way he looks, the grin, the smile, the like pouty face, it's just not working, bro. Like find a way to reinvent your look to where you come as a genuine person and not as a slime ball, because that's truly his persona. It's like, you're not going to anybody, any corporate environment and being like, oh, hey, look, I'm this real stand-up guy. And it also says a lot about TPUSA, the fact that they would even work with this guy. It's like you can find someone way better. They could have found somebody way better to do this.
Yeah.
Way better.
Yeah, he's and the funny thing is what you're describing in terms of reinvent his image, he tried to do that because when the thing went viral with Wes Watson, he looks so different from that I didn't realize it was him. I literally, until I was covering it, I'm like, oh my God, that's Andrew Wilson. I literally did not realize it because he's changed his look so much since then.
You
know what I mean?
Dispute is when you said, I'm using this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It is. He's like, he's what it is the reason why you and I are instant friends, the reason why you and I get along with the kinds of people that we get along with is because we might be whatever, but we're going to tell you the truth. Like you already know, we're not going to, like, someone's going to ask you a question about, hey, what were you doing when you're whatever? Like, there's no scenario where I'm going to lie and tell you I was in the military. There's no scenario where I'm going to get butthurt about an important fact of my life, like my wife in any way. It's like, this is what you get. You can take it or leave it. Those are the kinds of people that we, kind of find a connection with. You know what I mean? He's just the opposite of that.
I think Andrew was trying to go for what we are. I consider myself not the nicest guy in the world, but I am a good man. And that's what Andrew tried to say the other day. But he said it wrong, which is the funniest thing ever. He says, I'm not a nice guy. I'm a kind guy. No, that means the same fucking thing, dude. You're not a nice guy, meaning you're not going to be this golden retriever to everybody you meet. No, you're kind of a force to be reckoned with. And if someone sees you out in public, maybe you're not the first person that they're going to go rob. But when it comes to actually being a good man, like, can you go into a debate like this and not call Erica Kirk retarded again? Can you just be like, you know what? I shouldn't have said that. That was probably a bad call. I didn't know her at the time. I'm just kind of a jackass online. Sometimes I say stuff, but I'm here honestly defending their side. So I probably shouldn't call her a retard. Yeah. Like, nope, he couldn't even do that. And so it's like, bro, you have no principles. And honestly, it's sad. Like, I am his entire family, anybody who knows him, I am embarrassed for them. I would be embarrassed to go into Dallas and go get dinner with him if I knew him. Yep. I would not want to be seen anywhere with that guy.
No, me neither. I mean, his shtick is he chain smokes cigarettes. Like, it's like, that's just,
bro, it's like, cool, man.
Cool,
like,
bro.
I smoked for 6 years. It's really not that cool. Like, if you do it, great. Cool, but I don't really think there are many people out there who are like, oh man, like, look at me, I'm a badass. I smoke cowboy killers. It's like, okay,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
Badass.
I mean, yeah, I vape sometimes, but like that's like his shtick is to be smoking all the time. The other thing too, I was going to bring, I was like,
well, vapes are not a good comparison, dude.
No,
That's
vapes are
kind of
gay. This is what homosexuals do. I mean, like it's pink, dude, you know, but I'm clearly not trying to do anything for my fucking image with this thing, dude.
No. Yeah.
But he's like, when he was trying, what I noticed too was when he was on Rogan, because Rogan's like us, you know, and like when he was trying to like bro out with Rogan,
I don't think Rogan's like us at all.
He's
at all.
Well, Rogan's like he's an actual guy who is not, you know what I mean? And like when he was trying to like connect and bro out with Rogan on some guy shit, you could just see it's like, oh, this is like a character you're trying to play. It's not going to work, you know? Not going to work, dude.
Well, I think honestly his story is he was probably bullied in high school. And I said this on one of my videos. I was the guy who bullied bullies in high school, so I probably would have stuck up for him. But this is like a perfect example of a guy who was bullied in high school and became a cop, and just like screws people over now. And it's like he does that, but in a debate setting. It's like, holy cow, man! You go on and you pick on women. Mm-hmm. Like if you actually go and try to debate a man. Like Stu Peters, I don't agree with everything he said. I don't agree with some of the definitive statements he said, but he handled Andrew in a debate. Like he kept trying to say, oh, you have to prove your claims. And Stu kept saying, no, I don't. You have to. You have to prove me wrong. We can sit here and make up whatever, and you have to say no, because here is the proof beyond a reasonable doubt. But this is once again the core of the problem. Is he thought he could come in and take something that's been in this country for the longest time, which is innocent before proven guilty, and try to flip it to where it's like, no, the defense has to prove that they're innocent. It's like, no, nope.
Yep.
All right, let's see what they have to say on this one.
What I am telling you is it's the exact same way that when you tweeted, I think that this evidence is overwhelming. When they say, that looks like Tyler Robinson's car, he drives a similar car, okay? They are inferring that that's Tyler Robinson.
Can you walk me through the inference that I understand?
It's not a fact. It's not a fact. When you show a blurry image, which you kept citing that we have images.
I'm talking about your inference that the fingerprints, even if they're degraded, equals Patsy. How do you get that inference?
I didn't say it equals Patsy. I think it is enough evidence that it should be explored, which is exactly what this preliminary was in the inverse.
That's not in dispute. What's in dispute is when you said, I'm using this as evidence that he could have been a Patsy. I'm asking, how do you get the inference to Patsy from that?
Because what I am saying is that it shows that somebody else had more DNA presence on that gun than Tyler Robinson did. So it is plausible, which is all they're doing. They're presenting plausibility based off of the facts, okay? It is plausible that somebody just took his gun and put it there. That's it.
Is there equally...
that's how it works.
And is there equally 100 other plausible explanations?
I think that's the reason why most people are exploring when things don't make sense.
Got it.
So yes, at the beginning of that, this is how the court process works.
So
just so we're clear,
if there's 100 other plausible explanations, then Candace, why is it that we should go with this idea that it was a Patsy?
I'm not.
See, once again, the problem is why not? It's her idea. And I don't think it's a bad idea either. If Tyler Robinson's DNA is kind of washed off and it's not the strongest DNA on there, that is a very fair assumption to say, okay, like somebody else's DNA is stronger on this. One could infer that maybe they were the most recent one to touch it.
And exactly, it's like I mean, what I would have asked him is I would have said, are you telling me that if you were a defense attorney and you were defending Tyler Robinson, that would not be a critical part of your defense as you guys examined and debated that piece of evidence, that his DNA is degraded and there are stronger samples from other people on the rifle? It's like, of course that's important. And that was the thing, is like the more that it got into it and the more he tried to downplay points that were so obviously relevant to analysis of the case, the more I'm like, oh, this guy is nothing. Like this is, and I think smart people started to recognize, like, of course that matters. Like that was a perfect example. Of course that matters. And then the steakhouse thing, oh, a receipt talking to the manager, that's not evidence. Like, what? Keep on saying, she said no, he has no evidence. She's already said if someone verifies that he was not actually there, she'll take it off her personal timeline. But she talked to the manager and she's seen the receipt. and there's someone else working on the case. It's like that's conversation over. The more you say there's no evidence, you just make yourself look like you're dishonestly communicating.
Yeah, he really didn't know what he was doing here, but
I'm not saying that we should go with the idea that it was a patsy. I am saying that there is.
I thought that was the whole defense. Your whole claim.
No,
today.
my whole claim was that there is more evidence that he is set up as a patsy.
How does that equal evidence of patsy?
I don't know how many times I can say this. Like I'm saying that I am using the exact same mechanism that you are accepting for some reason in the Utah courtroom.
Yeah.
Right. To say, I'm going to look at the evidence and I'm going to infer an alternative theory. So you just saw the states and you're accepting it. And they have not presented any concrete facts. You listed on your own Twitter that what you found to be convincing was something that looked like his car pulled into the driveway, a blurry image.
No, I didn't.
The standard white guy coming up the steps that could literally be anyone.
This never happened.
Can we get a fact check on that? Can we pull up his tweet where he goes over the
I didn't say that's what convinced me.
When you actually didn't say it's what convinced me, but you said this is the evidence that you found to be.
okay. But first of all, he is not convinced of anything.
No.
So this is kind of where Candace could have really screwed him if she, caught that in the beginning. I know there was a lot of information said, but he said, I'm 75 to 85% sure it was Tyler Robinson. So now why are you all of a sudden a huge fan of it in the middle of the debate? What 15%? I would have loved to hear this. What 15 to 25% are you unsure of? Is it the picture of him? Is it the fact that there's no video of him with the gun? There isn't even a picture of him with the gun. They just found it in the woods, and then the cops just found it. Not even the gun dogs. It's like if the gun dogs didn't find it, that gun would have probably had it not been shot for over a year. And even then, there's probably still carbon buildup, a bunch of other stuff. They probably still would have found it before the cops.
Totally.
So what percentage, and I still want to know this, he should not have said that, because now he's going to play the evidence shows, and the evidence shows, okay, but what part do you not believe? That matters.
Yeah, we're completely aligned. That's what I was saying, is like there's so many ways that you could trap him with the evidence. Perfect example also on the gun is, hey, you said that you were a gunsmith for a long time. News, hey, what do you think the likelihood that's true is? You said you were a gunsmith for a long time. So would you say that you're pretty familiar with rifles, different types of rifles, different brands of rifles? Yes. Okay. So the reporting is that this is a World War II relic Mauser, correct? Yes. Here is the only photograph of the rifle that has been taken into evidence and is the one that they are speaking about in this case. Is that a relic World War II? Is that a Mauser from World War II? Because it looks like a plastic stock to me. It looks like a Ruger American.
Yeah.
Looks like not what they say it was. How do you explain that? And why is that overwhelming evidence that there's not something fishy going on here?
Also, who's going to go and do a shooting and dump the gun within any vicinity of the crime scene? Like, if you're that good, if Tyler Robinson was that good to the point where he could get a gun on campus, there is no image, there's no clear image. I don't care what people are saying about, oh, he shoved it in his pants. I am more of a fan of the theory of he shoved it up his ass, because we can't see a print on his pants. Yeah. It's more believable that he shoved it up his ass. So you're telling me that Tyler Robinson was this good to where he got the gun on campus without anybody seeing it. He shot the gun. He unscrewed it or whatever they said on that. He got off the roof. We can't see the gun from that footage. And then randomly the gun was put back together in the woods close to the crime scene. If somebody could pull that off, they are not going to dump the gun in the fucking woods right there. There is no way in hell. They would have been a little bit smarter to be like, you know what? Like maybe a mile away, maybe in somebody's backyard. Like, I'm not going to go and give all the theories out there, but that part just doesn't make any sense.
Totally. I saw one chat I just want to address really quick, because someone said Jesse must disagree with Candace if he thinks Charlie's alive. So why is he siding with Candace? The only reason I want to just there might be like people who have never seen me talk here. So I want to be very specific.
Jesse, I'll be right back.
Go for it.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So the answer to that is that I don't have any reason to I don't care if I disagree with people. That's not a reason for me to not have people's back because, and also the other thing is, I don't know for sure whether he's alive. This is a theory that I've entertained that there's so many problems with the case. And I actually genuinely am trying to see what's what and then try to put pieces of the puzzle together. And the reality is that I'll tell you exactly how I got there. My entire investigation was focused exclusively on left-wing radicals, all the Utah trans, whatever. If people look back around October, September, November, the stuff that I was putting, I got so much stuff on these radical trans, militia people, whatever. And it wasn't until I actually looked at what Candace was putting out, and I'm talking videos, and it became, in my opinion, so overwhelming that TPUSA was involved in what happened that I had to completely reframe. I'm like, wait, dude, like I can't explain that. Like, there's no way that guy right there, the head of audiovisual at TPUSA, who's standing right next to Charlie, 10 feet away from Charlie, sees him get shot, completely calmly walks away, goes over, gets a perfect vantage point on the wall, and then films Charlie being carried to his car, turns the phone around on himself and gives the least convincing, most bizarre, like selfie video ever. And I can't explain that. I can't explain Mikey McCoy calmly walking away. These are not people who have ever seen someone get murdered before. And so it's the same evidence that people who believe TPUSA murdered Charlie, I'm looking at the exact same stuff. And the only difference between my opinion and theirs is I'm like, I just don't believe these people would kill him. I think if they're involved, it's more likely that it's a hoax. It's that simple. That's why when people who think TPUSA did it get mad that I'm floating that Charlie's alive, I'm like, dude, we're looking at the same evidence. The only difference is I'm like, I have a little bit more faith in humanity, apparently. It doesn't mean I'm right. You know what I mean? But and there's no reason why I would not have Candace's back just because I don't agree with her conclusion or anyone else's. You know what I mean?
Yep. 100%. So one thing that I found very interesting about this is when I think at the beginning, Andrew said that he had a new piece of evidence. And this is kind of where, he was getting a little bit, annoyed or upset or whatever. And when Patrick McDavid said, hey, are you going to present this? He goes, no, I'm not.
You said you had some new evidence at the beginning of the.
Oh yeah, we should show that text
new
message that you read just because I think that's important for the public. You shared it out of context.
I'll do it on my show. I'll share the text.
So you're going to read it on my show, but not show
Child.
it?
Correct.
Okay.
So I'll show it on my show, but that's what I'll do. I'll show it on my show.
Can I ask why?
Well, because I want to drip out the evidence. That's got to drip out that evidence, keep people coming back for the show, right?
I don't know if snark serves you so well.
I'm just saying, like, I'll release it there. That's my intention. But yeah, I'm fine with closing.
Well, it wasn't though. Your intention was to bring it up during this, and you got your shit handed to you, and so then it became oh man, I'm upset, so I'm gonna, become a child again. It's just it's very, very childish. And my God, I mean, we talked about it last night, but this is another perfect example of, as a man, be confident, bro. If you're going in there to prove something, do it.
Yeah.
But this, like, oh no, now I got to wait. And like, first of all, dude, your show doesn't even pull views. It doesn't. He's got a different show on Rumble that does more views than his show on YouTube, and he's not even on the show.
Really?
He's not even on the show. Yeah. It's like his producer and some other dude that was talking crap to me.
Oh,
they do more views than his show on YouTube, where Andrew runs the show on YouTube. And it's like, okay, man, like, you're not this big name. Maybe one day if you change like your attitude, like, nobody likes this snarky, like I said, I'm about to start my period attitude. Like, just relax, bro. Read a book on stoicism. It's going to be okay. People are going to make good points. People are going to put you in your place at times. It's happened to me. It's happened to Jesse. Take it like a man and move on. But he can't do that because his whole life is, I'm a master debater. And it's like, okay, bro,
Yeah.
Great. Fantastic.
Yeah. And just like be open about that your opinions can be wrong. Like I have no problem with being wrong ever. You know, I genuinely don't. Like it's like if someone's like, "Hey, did you look at this?" I'm like, "Oh fuck, look at that." I'm fast to just own it because that's where I think that people reveal that they, you know, like it's a good trait to just be like, "Okay, I was wrong." You know, like cuz what it doesn't that's how people think it makes them look bad to be wrong. I think it makes them look bad to hold on to being right so tight. You know what I mean?
Well, it's admitting you're human.
Yeah.
I mean, I get wanting to argue and I get wanting to be right. But if you have somebody point blank, hey, look, you're wrong, kind of like what Candace did with the retarded thing about Erica, you have a choice as a man. You can have character and be like, that was wrong. I shouldn't have said that. Especially after she had me out to TPUSA. But then you doubled down. You doubled down on it. What a dumbass. My God. That's going to go down as one of the funniest things.
Yeah.
We sent him in to go up against Candace, and he called the chick who's running the organization retarded during the live. My God, dude, you can't write that up.
Yeah. He doesn't
You can't write that up.
He doesn't handle those things very well, dude. It's like you put him on the spot and you can see him get insta defensive. You know, like if you ever actually debate him, or if I do, like we should do massive research.
He won't.
I was just watching Danielle's video earlier before the debate started, and there was something about him and his wife talking. You know what? I'll tell like something weird about their daughter where I was like, what is this? I watched her.
Yeah, I saw that too. We probably shouldn't bring that up. I don't
even want to talk about it actually.
I mean, I do think it's funny how they have a daughter who's not that it's funny that their daughter is in the LGBTQ plus community, but I do think it's funny how he made his career off of talking crap to women like that. I don't really have a problem with those people as long as they're not bringing it into schools and like trying to promote it. Just be you, do what you want to do. I don't really care as long as you're not influencing my people on it. But the fact that he has a daughter who's like that, and then is sitting there and talking crap to people who are also like that. It's like, what do you do when you go home, bro? Hey, darling, what's for dinner? By the way, look at what I talked about on this podcast today. Honey, how's your girlfriend? I didn't know that you're a lesbian, or I forgot while I was on this podcast today. It's like, what do you do? What do you do?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that is wild though. Like he would snap and immediately make an insult out of his daughter's sexual orientation when he gets put under pressure.
Yep.
Like that's fucking crazy. Actually, I would never do that. I would never do that. Your job as a man is to protect your daughters. That's the number one job of a male human is you protect your female offspring from all threats.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious the problem. He's massively insecure.
Yeah.
And I think he's massively insecure about being wrong. And that's a problem, especially being in a debate. Because if you can admit you're wrong in a debate, the point is over. And then you can move on to a point that you can win.
Yeah.
If you continue to focus on trying to be right when you're wrong, that extends it.
Yep.
That extends the time where you look like an idiot.
Yep.
So just admit it. Hey, you got me on this point. Great job. Now let's move on to this. But this is probably one of the funniest clips in this whole thing. And I love that Candace brought this up about how his wife bragged that he was an Army sniper and a master gunsmith. And then he had to pretty much throw his wife under the bus.
You, I think, have said on a platform that you were a gunsmith.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And for how many years?
Many, many years.
For many years.
Mm-hmm.
You also said that you were an Army sniper.
I wasn't a sniper in the Army.
Okay.
And I never said that.
Sorry, your wife tweeted that you were an Army sniper.
Yeah, I don't know. Like 15 years ago, she said something.
Does it change 15 years later?
She said that it was colloquial. So
Army sniper is a colloquial term?
Yeah, I was never an Army sniper.
Okay. What did you do in the Army? Did you teach this? She then I corrected it and said you taught rifles in the Army?
No, I didn't teach rifle. No, I taught rifles as a private citizen.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You, I think,
The problem is the way she wrote it. at least the first time she wrote it, is she was inflating his military career. So she was saying, oh, my husband's this Army sniper. And who knows the reason? Maybe they were being threatened or doxxed, and she put it out there to kind of like maybe intimidate people. But then when she went to correct it, I think it was this week, it's like, oh, it's a colloquial term. And, you know, I didn't mean it like that, but he was an instructor. She didn't say privately, though. That's the problem.
Wait,
if you're going to correct it.
What kind? He was a sniper instructor?
No, she's saying that he instructed people on long range shooting, but it's in the same paragraph where you're correcting the statement where you said he was an Army sniper. So she did not put in, but he did it privately, not in the military. So she still even made it look like he was an instructor in the military. And for me, once again, it's just all the games. It's all the games. And dude, who really gives a shit? Who cares? Okay, you served in the military for a year. You got kicked out because of an injury. Why is your wife, once again, just that in itself, why is your wife talking for you online? If my wife ever did that, my God, Jesse, just come over and kick my ass.
You wouldn't, that would,
Please.
I mean, you wouldn't be married to a girl. I mean, like, it's one thing.
I know,
but
but
they like snap and they're like, I have to defend him, like once in a blue moon when someone's really,
Nope.
when, like, they're really coming at you. But like, she
No.
does it always.
she's doing it now.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, Candace isn't making good points. It's like, dude, don't you have something to do, man? Go put on a show. Like, why are you even worried about this? The fact that your husband hasn't provided an environment to where you literally can say, my husband's got it. Andrew's got it. I don't need to sit on here and throw, back all these comments at people. It's like, what is Andrew doing on that? Why isn't he saying, hey, this isn't your place. This is pretty damn embarrassing for me. You should probably stop.
Yeah, my brand is
it's
that
just
all
the
women are
weirdest thing.
retarded. So why are you talking?
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
And then also it's a feminist position. Having your wife do that, that's kind of down the lane of feminism. Like, I don't, if you're in public or whatever and some chick is, talking crap to you and your wife wants to say something, okay. Like, if she just kind of mouths off, but on the internet, it takes a lot of thought to do this. Like, she's not just like randomly like, oh, I got to text all this stuff. No, she's putting a lot of thought into it. And it's like, dude, how embarrassing, bro. How embarrassing.
Dude, I'm looking at the chat. Vanilla Girl, one of your members, says that he had insulted a bunch of women with multiple baby daddies. I didn't know that. That makes perfect sense.
No way.
That makes perfect sense why he would have snapped then. If that's true, Vanilla Girl, thank you for bringing that up, because that explains
how do we find
exactly why he snapped. I didn't know that. I don't watch his I don't have a huge appetite for watching middle-aged dudes punk 20-year-old girls. You know what I mean? It's like, cool, dude. Good. Wow.
Some of it I found to be like, I've seen clips of it and it's like, oh, okay, that's funny. But then like after a while, it's the same garbage.
Yeah.
For 4 hours. It's like, oh, you guys are sitting there and like making them feel bad for doing this. Great. Do you ever change anyone's mind? No.
Yep.
Okay. So what are we doing here?
Yep.
All right, let's watch this really quick.
Let's do it.
Possible.
You, I think, have said on a platform that you were a gunsmith.
Mhm.
Okay. And for how many years?
Many years.
For many years. You also said that you were an Army sniper.
I wasn't a sniper in the Army.
Okay.
And I never said that.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's as simple as you just having your wife just be like, hey, honey, what do you want to do today? Go get a massage. Go get your nails done. Why are you worried about this? That's exactly what I would say if my wife was like, hey, Dan, I got to defend you. People are talking crap. People all over the place, all of his people have been in my comments nonstop.
Mhm.
You know what I'm doing?
Nothing.
Not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't care.
They
They can say whatever they want. They've been doing the whole like, oh, you guys are gay. Like, oh, great job, guys. Like, let me go crawl in a hole somewhere and die. Like, you're doing a really good job.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I don't care either. That's why, like, I didn't have mods for a long time. Like, and then it wasn't until I was co-streaming with people and they're like, dude, your chat is utter chaos. There's so many people talking shit all the time to you. And I was like, yeah, but I don't care. Like, and they're like, no, but I didn't even realize that was like that you should get mods, dude. I was like, oh, all right, well, I will. Because Dan gets more mad about people talking shit in the comments about me than I do sometimes. We were in Vegas.
Yeah, dude,
like, I don't fucking like that shit, dude.
Yeah, I don't. I don't. But now I get it though. Like I understand there are people who just mess with you, but they're not like entirely serious.
That some of them are serious and some of them aren't. But it's just like, you know,
yeah.
They're
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
if they watch all your stuff, they're like half fan. They half hate you, or some of them probably just straight up hate me. But like, I don't really understand why. I promise I'd be nice to you if you knew me.
Well, let's have a listen to her while we're just on the topic, because this is so funny, and we'll comment as it goes.
Okay, I don't think I've ever seen her
I'm
talk.
getting like a really bitchy attitude with him that's totally undeserved. He'll be like, "You need to go take a nap." And you don't talk to me like that. You know, I always tell this story about when we first started dating and I was being kind of a brat and I threw a remote control at him for some reason. Don't even remember what it was, but I was just being a sassy brat. And he just looked at me and he went, "I don't date girls who throw things at me. So I'm going to leave now. And if you ever want to see me again, you should call me and apologize." And he just walked out. Now, he didn't yell. He didn't get into a fight with me. He just calmly asserted, like, this is a boundary that you don't cross, that I won't put up with. And at first I was like, what a jerk. I got like, you know, I got in my feelings about it. And then I went, oh, crap. Am I the girl that throws things? Am I the girl that throws stuff at guys? Like, I don't want to be her. I don't want to be like that. And then I was like, dang it, he's right. You know, so like a kid. Just my ability to say to myself, yeah, like objectively, he's right. That was out of pocket, obnoxious.
Okay, so it takes somebody to tell you that throwing a remote at somebody is wrong? Wow. So you think that behavior is okay? I think if that's very true, I think Andrew handled that perfectly. I probably would have been like, "Hey, look, grab your shit and get the fuck out of my house. I'm not talking to you ever again."
Depends on where it happened.
I just don't go for
it. If it happened at her house, I think I would have just calm, just walked out. Like not a word, just been like, okay, and just walk out, and then just sit there. And literally, the world can be on fire. You cannot text or call her until she is texting and calling you and apologizing. If she never does, that's a wrap, dude.
Yep.
Gabrielle's 100%. Never thrown anything at me in 20 years, dude. She's never like, if it's an 8 when someone throws something, she's never reached like a 4.
Yeah.
That's a crazy.
Here's something funny. So, Andrew Wilson the other day, apparently Nick Fuentes was like, "Oh, like go support Andrew Wilson." And Andrew tweeted something about, "Oh, thanks so much, Nick." I feel like this is starting to become a theme of Andrew Wilson, as he just talks crap about whoever is trending. Yeah. But look at what he said about Nick. "My long list of reasons why I loathe America First. Nick Fuentes is a bitch. You aren't answering the question. Also, Nick Fuentes is a pedo protector. Do you believe this is the official Catholic position and you adopt this position for yourself? Cool incest joke. Nick Fuentes is gay, by the way." So once again, these are not tongue-in-cheek, like screwing with people. This is a legit thought process for the guy. And then as soon as Nick is like, "Oh, hey, good luck, man," now you're buddies. Explain that to me.
I can't, because I don't,
without having principles.
I feel like there's almost like this world, like it seems like we do the same thing as a lot of these guys, and in reality, it's very different. Because like, I feel like there's almost like an understanding among all these people that like talk shit online, whatever, and it doesn't mean anything, where like, there's a reason why I don't run my mouth at people. Is because like, I would just assume that I'm creating a conflict that is, that I'll have to like deal with forever. Cause like, but with them, it's kind of like, oh, just fucking talking whatever online. It's like, I don't know. I try to avoid all that stuff on purpose. Cause if a conflict is a conflict, then it's, it's not something that just because some guy recommended, I'd be like, okay, cool. Like it's just be weird to say things like that and then be friendly with them afterwards in my world.
Right. Yeah.
I would imagine you are much more that way even than me, like at a big multiple.
I mean, I just don't like that many people to begin with.
Yeah.
I'm very picky about who I let around me and who into my life, just because that's just kind of how I've always been. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's very interesting. Oh, you know what, dude? I found the 2 minutes of Steven Crowder screwing with Candace Owens. We got to watch
your
this.
Opinion of Crowder, but before this, even this, like, were you ever like a Steven Crowder fan?
I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, I'm not the normal, like, you know, look up to people like crazy just because I'm such a God-fearing man. I really don't have like idols or anything like that. I can respect opinions people make. I think he's a lot better than Andrew Wilson, but you know, I think it's pretty obvious that he's cashing those $7,000 checks. I think on this, like, we're about to play it. I think it's just irresponsible when you have a big platform to start saying stupid shit. And that's what he's about to do. And that's what he's been doing. And now he's backing up Andrew Wilson. It's like, dude, Andrew Wilson didn't do anything on that debate. And he couldn't. That's the funny part. He couldn't do anything unless Candace was like, this is 100% true. And then he could be like, okay, I got her, you know, sued. But yeah, I mean, I just feel like as soon as you start taking the platform and being irresponsible with it, you know, saying stuff that is legitimately false. Like,
you know, Bays in our group chat actually made a really good point when this thing was going on. He's like, if you really think about what Andrew Wilson's doing right now, he is attacking a pregnant woman who is trying to solve the murder of someone she was extraordinarily close with, and he's trying to make her embarrassed about everything that she said, which I've always believed that Candace's intentions were good, which is why I've always had her back when I don't agree with it. Like, you know, I might not agree with her, but I always have her back because I do believe that she is doing it for the right reasons. She might be making a lot of money, but I don't care about that.
Yeah. All right. So let's see what he has to say.
Execution. The prosecution wanted this all publicly available because they find it very damning for Tyler Robinson. The defense said don't release it, and the judge ordered that to be the case. Claim. The video depicts an advanced tactical military crawl. Truth. Former Army Ranger Josh?
No.
Okay.
Oh, is that right?
Former Army Ranger. And what happened? Just stop working out after? Okay.
Yeah. The man on the roof is military signaling. Truth. Former Army Ranger Josh.
What would he be signaling?
Yeah, so it's too blurry to see.
What is it, like a flanking maneuver? No.
Okay, it's too blurry to see the kickback, but not blurry enough to see like, look at here. Claim. That person doesn't even look like Tyler Robinson. Truth. The person doesn't look like anybody for the same reason Mario Land on your Game Boy doesn't look like anybody. However, there's a plethora of publicly available footage, pictures and images showing Robinson on site with his parents even confirming, but I'm sure
not true. Okay. None of those things are true.
So look at the photos that he pulled up. There are a bunch of photos where you can see him. What the fuck are you looking at? Look at the top left one.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? There's a bunch of publicly available photos where you can see him clearly. No, you can't.
Nope.
You can't. If you could, this case, we would have nothing to talk about. Yeah. I mean, we still would have something to talk about because you still can't see the gun. But I don't see one image where it's like, oh, 100% that's Tyler Robinson.
Zero.
It gets better. It gets better, though.
Sure that, of course, that's also the feds as well. Claim. You never see a person pull out a gun. Truth. I guess it's not in this footage, but it looks like he's crawling with something in his hand. Sorry, tactically, militarily. Claim. There.
Okay, great. So
on that, real quick, on that call, you know that I did a podcast with Sean Johnson, who's a Navy SEAL, runs a security team for extraordinarily big name people that he doesn't talk about it publicly, so I won't. We looked at that footage right there on his show, and I asked him, I'm like, is this a military technique? And he said, of course. He's like, you know where I learned that in the teams is when you're in training, you learn different like high level techniques for like all these different specialties. And he said that he learned that technique in the high level sniper training that all of them get. That's verbatim quote. Anybody can go look it up. Sean Johnson podcast. I was on it last week. He said he learned that in that exact way of moving. And in jiu-jitsu, that's a knee cut pass. Okay. Like that is a technique that's not like crazy complicated, but if you ask a white belt to do it, who's never done it before, it's impossible. There's no fucking way they'd never do it right. That person at least trained that movement. I'm not saying the guy's Jason Bourne, but like, I mean, Navy SEAL says
you would have to train it. You would have to train it to know it. Exactly. He's not just doing that randomly, especially with how quickly he's doing it. But this is the claim that Crowder is making is that you can see something in his hand.
Yeah.
Where in all of this can you see? You can barely see the guys. You can't even see the foot. You can't see, once again, if you were to just play this, it would be hard to tell if this was a baboon or a person.
That's a good point, dude. It looks like Bigfoot. That's a Bigfoot video.
Yeah. Yeah. So he says that, and then let's get to my favorite part.
What would he be signaling?
Yeah, so it's too blurry to see.
Was it like a flank?
Look like Tyler Robinson. Truth, the person doesn't look like anybody for the same reason Mario Land and your Game Boy doesn't look like anybody. However, there's a plethora of publicly available footage, pictures and images showing Robinson on site with his parents, even confirming, but I'm sure that, of course, that's also the feds as well. Claim you never see a person pull out a gun. Truth, I guess it's not in this footage, but it looks like he's crawling with something in his hand. Sorry, tactically, militarily. Claim there was no recoil. Truth, I saw some. Gerald saw it. I think you saw it. Recoil from a 30-06 is...
Really?
Nope.
So we can't even see a gun. And then somehow in this grainy video, we can see, so here's where he flashes. Okay, this is where he takes the shot. Chat, I want to know if anybody can see any kind of recoil.
See here.
All 18 pixels.
10 more seconds here.
That looked...
Okay.
Oh my God. No way. Steven Crowder. It looks like he just fucking got up. Let's watch it one more time.
Kickback on a gun.
What's a kickback?
That means it's being paid by a foreign nation.
See here.
All 18 pixels.
10 more seconds here.
The only thing...
Like a slight kickback. That means like being paid by a foreign nation.
The only thing I see is his back foot moving to get up. That's it.
See here.
All 18 pixels.
10 more seconds here.
That looked
okay. He is
like
up.
a slight kick, if that's a...
You know what else?
So what are you... what's the
Trigger
argument?
Smart. Well, Trigger Smart zoomed in on it really close because he went on a stream with Nate and Elizabeth Lane, and there's like this one frame where it looked like there's like this tiny little movement, but when you look really closely, the shadows move the same as his leg. Like the whole entire frame changes. So like there's nothing there, dude. There's that I can see.
There's no, but that's the thing though, is they're just kind of all grasping at straws in terms of trying to find some kind of evidence. But it's like, once again, how do you know this is Tyler Robinson? That is a black blob on a screen. I don't even know like what can even be inferred by this. Oh, there was someone on the roof. Like we could take this so many different ways.
Yeah.
We could say that this is someone random. How can they prove that this is not somebody random that hopped on the roof to get a better view at it, heard a gunshot, and then what do people do when they hear a gunshot? They run.
Yes.
Maybe he was crawling like that because he didn't want to be seen or draw attention to himself. Maybe he wanted to lay down and just get a better view of everything. That is a fair thing to assume.
And maybe somebody, was able to hack into his computer, saw that he had a bunch of, terrible things on there. And they're like, we need you on the roof this day, or we're going to expose you. Like maybe that's how they got a person on the roof. That's why it's so, again, I'm not even saying Tyler Robinson didn't do it. Like, I'm really not. If Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk, you think I want him to walk? Of course not. And that's like, I just want to see something that is convincing enough that I'm like, okay, apparently Charlie's dead. Tyler Robinson did it. I can put this all to bed, but there's nothing concrete that points that direction that I can identify, and certainly nothing that's in video or photographs.
All
that even puts him on the team.
Let's see what this is about.
Charlie responded with this. Okay, great. Remind them that they are there for one person's security only, because I'm somewhat worried the left is trying to kill me.
Hey,
that was a message sent September 9th.
But he was not messaging people the day before saying, I'm going to be murdered. They're coming after me. Someone's going to kill me. He didn't say that. And I have his cell phone.
Charlie responded with,
well,
so who's wrong, dude?
Yep. Well, if he did, if he actually did say that, you know, like if he did, dude, you got so many people gifting 20 memberships. That's fucking awesome, man. But yeah, like if he did say that, that would be one of those things where I'd be like, come on, you guys. The day before he says the left's going to kill me, and then it happens the next day. You know, they cleared out the hospital 2 hours before he gets shot. All that's all the stuff that I'm looking at. Like, all right, I guess like what else could I infer from that? But yeah, but in this case, like Erica said so many things that end up being either not true, or she says the opposite later on. Like she does herself literally no favors at all, no matter what's going on.
Yeah. So what's your overall view
get
of
that
all this,
from,
man?
though? Have you ever heard that because I've heard him say, you know, the report that Charlie said they're going to kill me. I've heard that a bunch of times, but I've never heard that he said, I think the left is going to kill me. Have you guys ever heard that before? Have you ever heard that he said the left was going to kill me?
I mean, I guess people could assume that's who he's talking about, but for me, if you're that big and you have donors who are huge, and clearly they have been proven to do some pretty sketchy things, especially people with a lot of money, a lot of resources. I don't think you're worried about some blue-haired dude going out there and shooting you, especially if you have a legit security team. I don't think his security team was legit at all. How did they not have the roofs covered? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's another point that they didn't even talk about. And I think they should have, because any security team is going to make sure, like I talked about it a long time ago, but they had a couple of guys in front. It's like, if every person in that crowd bum rushed Charlie, they wouldn't have done shit. They wouldn't have done anything. I don't care if they had guns. Everybody would have just packed in and it would have been done. So ultimately, you're not even really worried about that. You're worried about vantage points of where can he be shot from.
Correct.
So the fact that there was nothing, there was nobody up there,
especially
there's
after
no
Butler.
footage, there's no nothing. Oh, I know.
I mean,
I know.
That was like when Butler happened, I think that was one of the first, that was like the two first times that I saw you were when what we were talking about last night with the Palisades fire, and then also the Butler thing.
Yeah.
And you and I both talked a lot about that in the Butler thing, which was, it's like, I don't care. I don't need to have any kind of experience in security to know that 150 yards elevated position on a roof, and it's Trump, and you're not going to have someone on that roof is not possible. That's a level of incompetence that seems impossible. But after that happens, to have Charlie down in a bowl in a kill box, and you've got the roof up there, I mean, it just seems unlikely. But the fact that the security didn't have any blood on their hands when they pick him up, which means they weren't actually plugging the wound, and they also, none of them pulled their guns, dude. Think about that. Like, a dude just got, like, their principal gets shot, and none of them pulled their guns, and none of them look like they're concerned about getting shot when they are standing on the X where Charlie just got shot. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just
wasn't a normal response by any means.
It's just weird.
But here's another clip I found. So I think it was towards the end. Candace was asking him about something, and he wouldn't. He got so petty to the point where he stopped answering questions.
Oh, when he wouldn't let her ask a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
can I
yeah.
ask a question? I know it's been, or like, can I ask a question? Or are we
Not
just in
really. I'm just gonna.
Okay.
We're gonna hold to the
Not
actual
really.
contract itself.
the contract does not say that you are allowed to just question me without me being able to respond to you
I've never said you
or
can't
have
respond.
a conversation.
You've been able to respond to every question I've asked you. And by the way, the other thing is like
Let's have it your way. I want it to look like
still happy
we've
to have
done
the
everything
debate.
Andrew wanted to, so that people can fairly assess the situation. So you have it your way. I
Totally
will not
fine.
ask a question.
Totally fair with me.
So are you good with her asking a question or
He
no?
said no.
Waiting for the clip.
Okay.
What a weirdo, dude.
It's so weird, man.
What a
It's like,
weirdo,
what are we doing here? It's like they're going by like debate rules of like, I don't know. I wasn't in a debate team in high school.
Nope.
But that's almost what it feels like. It's like, no, you can't ask me a question. We're waiting for a clip. It's like, dude.
That's probably
Come
exactly what it is, actually. Debate team. That's like that would
100%.
probably explain why he is good at debate. Like he probably was for real on the debate team, which is, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know if my high school had a debate team. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yep. So, Jesse, I'm curious what your overall view of this is and what you think the motivation was for Andrew. Obviously, money. I think he's an opportunist.
I agree. I think that the likely scenario is what you said, that like TPUSA probably brought him out, you know, oh, they're going to do the training, but then he's going to be their guy. But I also just think that if we're, you know, we kind of jumped into talking about I don't know, towards the end, but we should just at least acknowledge, like in the first 45 minutes, he was cooking her, dude. And it was like, we were like, dude. And he was using debate tactics and just keeping her on her back foot, where that was actually the point when he was supposed to be defending his position. And somehow he had her answering questions the whole time. And, you know, he's very effective at debate tactics, and he demonstrated that at the beginning. But at the end of the day, he didn't successfully, he didn't like penetrate it and make her look stupid. He didn't make any of her things look completely illogical or nuts. He kind of like, it looked like it was going to go bad, but it never actually went over the edge. And then she held her own. Then on the back half, she ate his liver. She demolished him at the end.
Well, I mean, I think it's fair that we look at that she's pretty pregnant.
Yeah.
So she's probably more emotional than usual. I do think during the beginning she was getting a little bit hyped up, but she corrected very well.
For sure.
She corrected very well. And then at the end, like I said, Andrew Wilson can go and debate stuff where he actually has facts, but what are you gonna do in this? You're gonna say, well, here's a point that everybody already knows that the prosecution presented. Great job.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you here again? Why did you pay $300,000 to just represent stuff that everybody already knows that we're all doubting? Like I said, the best $300,000 spent of eternity. You should have just bought a damn, what's $300,000? A boat?
I don't know. You can get a lot with
Condo.
$300K so that you can drive on the water. Yeah. But yeah, I think like, at the end of the day, no one is going to be able to just like solve this case in a debate anyway. And so the only point that I can see in terms of not necessarily what his motivation was, but the actual purpose of what they did was to try to humiliate Candace and discredit her. And they failed.
Yeah. All right, let's get to some of these super chats. I'm just gonna I'm McGay, a warrior shield. Maiden never even had to draw her sword on this little puss boy. She took him out with class, 100%. I think she handled herself very well.
Me too.
I think she threw in a couple of jabs here and there. But
PBD scrolling her cell after he verified the messages. That was the headshot right there when he's like clung onto those straws right there and they didn't pan out. Until last night, I wouldn't watch streams with Heavy Duty Country, but now I like him, so I'm here. I can verify for you. He's dope.
Oh, thanks. Hey guys, I'm getting better. I'm still new at this. So give me a break. I know some people had a problem with my mic for a little bit. I was breathing a ton. I think I got that fixed, but who knows, dude? Tuner Guy 90, shout out from Tennessee HDC. Keep up the good work, bro, and thank you for the content. Thank you, man. Really appreciate it. The Garrison Project, so manly, calling all us our wonder with his mom. Thanks. I don't know. Do you understand that?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Welcome in, everyone. If you don't mind, please smash the like button and sub if you have not already done so, and please be respectful in the chat. Thank you so much, Michelle. She is one of my mods. I actually have mods now. Look at
doing
me,
a good job too.
Yeah. Jocks 3185 super sticker. Thank you. Mama Jen. Andrew says he's a Christian. He doesn't act like it. No. Yeah. I mean, look, I just had this conversation with my buddy the other day. I think there are different kind of Christians, and I think it's very easy to come out and say that you're Christian and say that you read the Bible and say that you live that way. Something that I've always had a lot of pride in for me is maybe I'm not in the Bible every day. Maybe I don't go to church every Sunday, but when something actually matters, like, are you screwing people out of money? Can you go on a stream with Candace Owens and not confirm that you think Erica Kirk is a retard? Like, can you not do that in front of the world? And look, I don't agree with a lot of what Erica Kirk does, but for her to go, or for him to go and defend her position and then say that, it's like, dude, that's the opposite of Christianity, in my opinion. And he can say it's tongue in cheek and everything like that, but dude, it's just uncalled for.
Fuzzy
balls.
Last night the chat was polluted with paid TPUSA trolls running smack on all you guys and saying mean, nasty things about Candace. So glad she slayed Toilet Paper USA. Thank you very much, brother. Appreciate you.
Emery HVAC 1023. Can we expect Erica Kirk to publicly forgive Andrew for his own assassination today? If I was Erica Kirk, I would come out and say we will never have anything to do with Andrew again. We think he's a degenerate. And the fact that he thinks, like, dude, your TPUSA is now a woman-led organization. And you just, like, what are you doing, bro? And it's fine if he thinks that. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. But just going out there and saying, I think all women are retarded. It's like, dude, if she's retarded and she just shit on you in front of the world, what does that make you? Can you answer that question, Professor Andrew?
He's trying to present himself as like a logical, very, very intelligent person. And then like, you're going to make a generality that all women are retarded. It's like, okay, guy.
The problem is he's not as logical as he thinks. He's very emotional, very emotional.
Mm-hmm.
The Garrison Project would love to know how each of you would have moderated. I think Patrick Beck-David did a really good job, to be honest. I didn't really have any issue with any of it. So
agree. Andrew Wilson, we're losing. Lost horribly. Again, I think if you cut it off 45 minutes in, they would have said he won, but by the end, he definitely lost for sure.
Why is the family not using Candace's proof? Lost. I'm not really sure. Why is the family not using? I don't know. I don't know why the family would even be involved, but I don't even know if they can be involved unless they want to go and make their own podcast.
Yep. Jesse, this isn't time for a Me Too moment. Let's stay on task. I saw that when you put it up there, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that because literally,
dude, is this how people mess with you?
No. This is one of my viewers. Like, I actually really appreciate that one because sometimes, dude, I'm talking about these topics all fucking day, like on camera, off, and so sometimes it doesn't like dawn on me that it's like, oh shit, they want to see these clips, and I'm just, like that was actually very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Andrew Wilson bought by TPUSA but owned by Candace. Yeah, I mean, I'm very curious how he feels that it went.
Bobby Lynn, how could it be proven that this was nothing more than a weak attempt by TPUSA to discredit Candace? They thought they had a pit bull, but they sent a chihuahua shaking and barking. I dislike this clown more than ever now. The problem here is they didn't think about, ultimately, like, once again, Andrew couldn't win because he doesn't have any new evidence that's going to prove Candace wrong. If he had new evidence that the prosecution didn't have, like a picture of Tyler Robinson, if he had something to present that TPUSA had, then yes, he could have won, but he didn't. So as long as, and Candace did a great job, but as long as Candace says, look, I'm allowed to make claims based off of opinions. My claim is that doesn't look like Tyler Robinson. What the fuck can he say? Oh no, I think it does. So you're wrong. Great guy. Okay.
Yeah.
I would love to see him debate you, Jesse, on Nate and talk about women like he'd get his world rocked. Yeah, I mean, I think he's never going to debate me, even if I paid him, even if I offered up cash, because it would just, one, he I don't even want to go into it, but it would just not be good for him whatsoever.
He turned down they wanted to debate me, and I laid out like topic terms, and they countered with one that I was like, I'm not doing that. All I said is I was like, I'll debate him, but the debate topic that I'm willing to debate is that Tyler Robinson should not be convicted based on the current evidence. And he wouldn't take that. Wouldn't take that debate topic, or wouldn't take the other side.
Thank you, Kimmy Cash. Thank you, Stacy Face.
Giving her phone to PBD. Oh, what's up, Danny? Giving her phone to PBD when he accused her of cheating was the walk-off one. Yes, that.
Dude, that was, what a petty thing to do, bro. Like, you lost and now you're accusing her of cheating. Like,
it's exacerbated the loss, or exacerbated the moment. Yep.
Stacy Face Texas, in a nutshell, did she destroy him? I didn't watch. Yeah. She destroyed him.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Andrew 55 or 5045. This chick wasn't close. Did you watch the whole debate? Because if you didn't, watch the clip where she asked him to name one of the 7 charges and he couldn't, and then she humiliated him for 15 minutes over it. There's no 5045 that even includes that like 7-minute clip. That was
Shane Donofrio, thanks for the big super chat. Why does nobody talk about Erica Kirk being Jewish, not Christian? How can a Jew run a Christian organization? Shabbat Shalom, Daddy's Home. I don't know her religious beliefs. I mean, what she talks about, at least, at her events, is Christianity, but I don't know. I mean, that's probably a whole nother lane we could go down and look at, but who knows? Buff like Jesus. He was here. When was he here? I think he was here last night before. I can't keep track of time right now. Gifted 20 heavy duty country memberships. Thanks, man. That is a great name. Let's see. For urine. Erica said Charlie had no texts on 99. Yeah. Well, I mean, she could have just been BSing at that point, but I mean, I don't know. Michael Galasso, thanks, bro.
Major L, what's up, girl? Really was giving.
Oh, I know her.
Yeah. No, I do.
No, you don't know her too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It really was giving. He was sent there to figure out who her resources are and admit Erica being an accomplice or whatever. Even she picked up that I'm not getting myself into legal trouble. We talked, Dan and I and a bunch of other guys were talking about that last night a lot. We're like, this is probably some kind of trap to get her to say something that they can use in their lawsuit. Thank you for the super chat.
100%. Stefano, the entire point of Andrew doing this debate was to have enough material to put together propaganda clips. He did his job. His job was never to win. The problem with that is he doesn't have enough of a following. unless TPUSAs is going to do it. But I mean, if he's just going to do it, I didn't even know he had a show before this. This whole Ghoul comment in the beginning with his super long letter definitely was 2.0, and cronies also, I believe they were in his ear just by the words he used. Yeah.
I actually was thinking that
100%.
too, that he might have an earpiece in.
Mike Lasso, thanks, bro. Stacy Face gifted 20 memberships. Thank you, Stacy.
Carla, thank you. He reached out to them asking if they had info that he could use, and still he couldn't bring any useful info to prove anything anyway. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Her response should be, "I'm Candace fucking Owens." I bet you that if we knew what clip that was in reference to, that would have probably been pretty funny, dude. Because it's an hour behind is what I mean. So Carl, thank you very much. He doesn't debate. He just tries to get under her skin. All he does is agitate.
Yep. It's a great way to put it. Yep.
Chi-Town Brian gifted 1 membership. Thank you, dude. And congratulations to whoever got him. Dude, there's a lot of new heavy duty country members. That's fun, dude.
There we go. Alex, Charlie's torso and head could not be seen from the low-C roof. At best, his legs. There would have been a bullet hole on the canopy, but a 30-06 to the neck upwards. No recoil, no flash, no gun. Yeah. I think the other thing, I think Andrew said, well, it sounded like a gunshot. If it was a 30-06 in a completely surrounded area, that would have been so loud. Okay. Everyone would have been like this.
And the way the bowl is, the sound would have bounced off it, everything.
Yeah. Bull Shark, Andrew was also disingenuous in his conversation with David Wood when it came to Eastern Orthodox teaming up with Muslims to discredit Protestant Christians. I didn't see that, but that sounds like him.
Fuzzy, what's up, dude? People using all caps are so annoying to most people in the chat. People need to chill out on that. Yes.
Yeah,
people who do that in their titles
that's
are
annoying
too, except when I do it. Andrew had no idea what he got himself into with Candace. He continually embarrassed himself, and by the end, he was getting irritated that she wasn't falling for his disingenuous tactics. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't handle it not going his way very well once it starts going sideways. KT Fence, thank you very much. He's an idiot, and if somebody paid him, I'd be asking for a refund. Maybe he needed the $500K, and that's why he humiliated himself. Don't mess with Candace. She's dragging. I'm really curious to see how it's going to be presented on the other side of the conversation. Cause it like every other thing, it's just this side thinks whatever, this side thinks whatever, but they're not going to be using any clips from the end. That's for sure. No one's arms matter when heavy duty country is sitting there with this all exposed. Oh, Stephanie, what's up? Oh, so what for me? You're like no Me Too moments, and for fucking Dan, it's like look at this motherfucker's arms. I bet he could carry me around.
Oh, that's great.
Andrew would have flexed on that right there, dude. He would have flexed. Well, no, he wouldn't have actually.
Have you seen his hands, dude? I've never seen more feminine hands in my life.
Really?
Oh yeah.
And what's with Candace not being able to ask that schmuck questions about his positions? That's what a debate. That's exactly what we were saying. Like when we were all talking about it while it was going on, it's like, ask him a question. Cause he just was like at first.
Yeah.
Andrew's wife is with him for the clout. Yeah. I don't know how long they've been together, but that story she told about throwing the remote looked like her voice. That would have been very challenging for me to be around.
Yeah.
If I was,
Yeah. Lover of the light, after today, can we all please go back to never talking about this idiot? I still want to see if he'll debate me. I think it'd be hilarious, but yeah, I don't think there's much else to talk about. I kind of want to stop talking about him just to stop giving him a platform because he thinks he's this like really big guy. And it's like, dude, you paid $300,000 to have a conversation with a woman. Like, clearly, if you had enough of a following, she would have just probably done it, or maybe less for like 50 grand.
Stacy, thank you. I got up at 1 a.m. to watch the debate. Oh, you are not in America. I got up at 1 a.m. to watch the debate. Candace spoke in good faith. Wilson came to gaslight and came off not only as an asshole but also a gaslighter. That one gave him the L. Oh, that's what gave him the L. Greetings from Australia. That's what always happens to me when I try to type super chats. Is it like I can tell, like I've seen your chats a million times. but that it does that to me too for some reason. Like it changes only super chats though. But yeah, I agree, dude. He did gaslight the shit out of her. That was challenging.
Yeah. I likes to know he's definitely overcompensating for something. Yeah, probably.
He's such a smug little bastard. He's one of those people who doesn't listen and is always just thinking of the next thing they want to say. He's listening only in so much as what he can use to be a snarky guy to make you look bad. That's what Dan and I were talking about earlier. It's like, it's just dishonest communication. Fuzzy, thank you very much, you generous motherfucker. You rich ass motherfucker. Thank you, dude. If your better half needs a break, this one's on me. She does, dude. She does.
Dude, I got to come over to the new place.
I was just going to say, dude, I just found out my daughter's having her birthday party tomorrow. We just they are like working all night because my daughter's got
pool party
for a bunch of 14-year-old girls. I'm going to be up in my studio with the door locked, son.
There you go. KT, I did love after Candace outed him for stolen valor. She gave a positive shout out to Nate. Dude, we didn't even show that. Thanks for this review.
She did? I didn't even see that.
You didn't see that?
How did I miss that?
Yeah.
When?
It was right in the beginning. She said, what was it? Valhalla and something about shooting. So
see, that's because Elizabeth Lane is not like her and Nate are like, so she fixed that. Because that was like Candace thought Nate attacked her and he didn't, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Candace couldn't ask questions. It was against her contract, which was, oh, is that right? That's why. So that's why he said we're going to stick to the contract.
No way.
No wonder they had to pay her 300 fucking grand, dude.
That is so. She couldn't ask questions and she got through that whole thing.
That makes sense.
Dude.
Wow.
That's even worse. That's even worse now for Andrew.
I'm just going to stick to the contract. I'm going to say no. That's exactly. Okay, dude, I didn't even. Yeah, okay, that's embarrassing for him.
Bam, bam. What if that day he went to teach at TPUSA was actually a day for him to be taught how to debate Candace?
Oh, for sure.
That's very possible.
At least part of it.
Very possible.
Is my opinion. He looks like he circles the block in a van by an elementary school creeper.
Yeah.
Yes. Action is World War I era piece with 06 barrel and stock scope. Wait, action is. Are you saying that the rifle that they had in like that they had in custody, the picture, but it was a World War I era action that they put a new stock on? Is that what you're saying? I think that's what you're saying. Which would make sense. We missed Stephanie. Stephanie said most degraded if in pants.
Oh crap. Sorry about that.
No, you're all right. Most degraded if in pants, make it make sense. Yep. And then Shell said, this guy is a joke. His arguments over the restaurant receipt not being verified was lame. Candace Owens should have repeated, asked, and answered. That was my least favorite part of him. If I was rooting for him, I would have found that infuriating. It's like, dude, you're not making a good point. She is explaining to you why it is evidence. Calling it not evidence is just dumb. That's the gaslighting part.
Yep. Jeremy
says, he was clearly gaslighting the entire time. These people are not confused. They are blatantly lying. We need to stop being so nice to all of these people. I agree, but like my crew was not very nice to Andrew this week. At all.
I mean, I could have been a lot meaner, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I could have been a lot meaner. I've been a lot meaner to other people.
Yeah. It was when he tried to accuse Candace of cheating and she handed her phone over. Priceless. Yes, it was. That was amazing. Then. Jesse, would you debate Jay Dyer or hide like a bitch? Who the fuck is Jay Dyer?
I don't know.
Is he? I thought for a second, I'm like, did I just do one of those things? He's all, hey, would you debate my yass? You know what I mean? Because I'm like,
dude, we got a whole bunch of like new fans from Andrew's side. I will say, there are guys live streaming, or they were live streaming last night.
Yeah. Jay Dyer, what does he want to debate about?
I don't know, dude.
I'm looking at him. He's got 200,000 subscribers. Let's see. He
really. P. Fletch, hey, Heavy, you'd be really shocked about Lotion. Gay in his gal Friday named Speakeasy. Whom is a deadbeat dad living in Canada. I have no idea what that means, but thank you. Just Peace, you guys' points are about nothing. And it's as if y'all weren't going to give Andrew any credit, but Candace lost this debate. If you were intellectually, geez, honest, you would admit the same.
He won the first third of it.
I mean, I think that's kind of a wild statement that our points are about nothing.
Yeah. Which one specifically?
I mean, yeah. Okay. That's fair. You're entitled to your opinion. Hunk Do, his opening was written for him possibly by BN.
Blake Neff.
Okay.
That's interesting. That's
stupid.
I mean, it's possible. I think that I'm speculating Blake Neff, by the way.
I think they wanted him because they need another source of income than Manosphere because they're losing the college crowd. Yeah, they definitely are.
Jesse, debate Jay Dyer. You can bring your juice head buddy too. Maybe do a 1v2. I'll tell you what, Jay Dyer can come to Vegas.
Am I the juice head?
I don't know. Both of us are juice heads, probably. Yeah, I'm doing. I literally just agreed to do a debate on October 9th in Vegas. There's going to be 10 people that get to debate me, so he can hop on the baby train and be one of the 10 people who I serve their fucking dick that day. But yeah, I said I would. The debate talking. Tyler Robinson should not be convicted based on the current evidence. I'm gonna fucking kill him in that, dude. There's no one that can win that debate with me. It's not possible. Jamie, what's up, girl? As much as I love heavy duty country content, I'm always Jesse. I'm fangirl. Y'all are both amazing. Tell Gabi I will. And everybody, you guys can get. Jamie has fan merch of my channel in the description. Link in the description. Go check that shit out.
There we go.
Jesse, is his wife going to say he has a BJJ red belt next or a colloquial red belt?
Oh, that's great.
That's funny, dude. You get a red belt after having your black belt for like 30 years. So, or maybe it's 25.
Yeah, but
dude, I'm embarrassed. I should know that actually, but I think it's either 25 or 30 years.
Yeah, but she can say it and then later say something else and then it's fine. Remember?
Oh my goodness. Okay, I take that back. It's much longer than that, but she should say whatever she wants, dude. She should say that he was formerly president of the United States.
Yeah, this is you. I would be very. Oh crap! It is me, Drew, gunsmith sniper that served for a year. Yeah, for me, I would really like to see him shoot.
Me too.
Like maybe I'll throw him $500 to his GoFundMe or whatever it is. Or I want an IPSET target and I want just a cold drill, him pulling from concealment. And I want to see how many targets he puts on target or how many rounds he puts on target from 15 yards. My
we
guess
get to watch it on FaceTime. No recording it. We watch it on FaceTime live.
No, he's got to film it and put it on the internet.
No, but we film it live because he doesn't get 5 shots and pretend it's his first go. You know what I mean?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Johnson, Rachel said she's a firearm instructor. No joke. I mean, she might be. Like, listen, even people who lie all the time tell the truth also sometimes. But once they've lied, I just don't believe it until I can verify it. You know,
she's a TV remote instructor.
AW married a woman with 3 baby daddies. I know. He's been getting cooked on that all week.
That's the thing we talked about the other day. It's like, yeah, that's not the best look from the outside, but at the same time, his reaction to it embarrassed his entire situation. It's like, own it, bro. You're in it. You made the decision. Now own it. Find a way to own it.
And the thing is, though, like I think she's in her 40s. Like, what if she had a kid when she was 18 and another one she's 21 and then he met her when she's 35? You know, it's like it's not like just that one fact is it's nothing to be ashamed of if he's just confident and he owns it, which you should fucking always do with your wife. Always.
Yeah.
T Bizzle says, Andrew, the way I understand overwhelming is just what I find convincing. Wow. Candace is Andrew's new jar of pickles. That's what I was saying. That's where he tried to shift the entire debate on what he had to defend.
Backcountry of Sweden, Jesse. Maybe you don't like her answer because you don't know the things she knows. When are you learning that CO doesn't say things she can't back up? Well, he commented this on mine.
The one he's talking about, I said, I don't like that answer. And I can very easily respond to this. She said 0%. I don't like certainty ever. And 0% and 100% are the same thing. That's what I was saying. And she said 0%. And it's like, I don't care what anybody's talking about. I don't like that answer, because why would you want to be locked into a position that's immovable if you end up being wrong? You know what I mean?
Yeah, very true.
We know you will deflect and dodge debate like a coward, but you debating either Rob Nor. Okay, now who's Rob Nor, dude?
Dude, he's really on top of it, man.
Yeah, dude. I'm sorry. I'm blowing this, dude. I don't know who these guys are. I wouldn't duck shit. Hey, I'll do it for 10 grand instead of 300.
There you go.
I mean,
Jennifer Hofer.
You got to tell me what I'm supposed to be debating, dude.
I think we also need to focus on this receipt. It seems like they're worried about this, and the focus seemed a little strange and obsessive over it. Why, by the way, new fan HTC. Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm not debating Rob Nor. I've seen that guy fucking eat people alive. He's really
Bull
good.
shark.
He's fucking good. I like that guy.
Ironic how Andrew doesn't take crap from his at the time girlfriend, but then makes a career out of it. Yeah, I mean, you could there's a very strong argument for the way he allows his wife to fight for him online, that he is a feminist.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a very strong argument. I would debate him over that. 100% I would debate him that he is actually a feminist.
Fuzzy Balls was up for Benny Johnson to fix his toupee fund. Yeah.
I'll do it's opening regarding the message. Where have you heard those words before? I don't know what we're talking about here.
Like when he read his opening statement off of his phone.
The message is basically what your guy group has said about Harpool having one job. It shows they listen to y'all now, just playing in everyone's faces. Yeah. Christina K, I can't even watch the debate. I had bad reaction to people lie. Steven being bought through me for a loop. To be honest, didn't think him a sellout like that. Yeah. Agreed. Uh-oh.
I mean, it's for yours. It's for you, but
oh yeah, Jesse's so stupid. Charlie is dead. Come on, yeah, come on, Jesse.
Come on. The first time that someone floated that theory to me, someone whose intelligence I respect immensely, my reaction was like, "Oh, this guy's not as smart as I thought he was." So I don't care. Like, believe me, I understand how fucking batshit it sounds. You should go watch my series on it. Go to the playlist and watch it, and you'll change your mind. If you watch the first 4 episodes, I promise you'll change your mind. If you're a smart person.
That's you.
Oh, Henry Hill. Oh, welcome to the membership, my dude.
There we go.
The only mug I support is making America God-fearing again.
Boom.
I like that too, dude.
Jobo 8143 Andrew said that today. Charlie Kirk's team gave me this message. It was the left. Okay. Christina K, dear Fed slop eaters, eternity is a long time to spend down there. Repent. You don't see U-Haul trucks behind coffins. Can't take your money with you. Agreed. Hunk do. Thank you very much. All right,
I think it was Charlie Kirk that hired Andrew Wilson. It's in like literally, even if I took for granted, like let's just say that I verified 100% that he was actually alive. I don't think that I could even speculate on what the current situation would be, because things have gone so sideways and he wouldn't have a voice anymore. So like his ability to control things would be weird. Like I have no idea.
They can do this to Tyler with such elementary evidence. We are in trouble. They can do this to any one of us. Stevie Wonder can see it's all bull. Karen Rodriguez, I knew this was going to be a loss for Andrew, because of how he debated 6 men with Fresh and Fit live event with special guests. Yeah. He would not do well up against me. That's why he doesn't want to do it.
Jules, he says the headshot was her proving him to be a complete fraud, that this was not about his interest in keeping things honest. He's a paid idiot. I totally agree with you that was the big moment for her. Stacy, thank you very much. Lads, it was not a debate. It was a discussion with conditions made to discredit Owens and push TPUSA's agenda, and it backfired 100%. And they had to pay a lot of money to get their opportunity. And I think that they probably are not very, very happy about the ROI on it.
Yeah.
Nan, thank you very much. Her takedown was her pointing out that Andrew Wilson didn't even care about the case because he didn't even know the charges TPUSA sent him. Agree. Just the most basic thing, and he didn't know. And check out that Jesse merch. It's awesome. Yep, link in the description. You guys check that out.
Christian women should be in their home for 40 days after their husband passes. That was the first moment I knew she was fake. We don't do sparkles. Yeah. I mean, I don't know about a timeline, but I just would imagine, especially if they have kids, that you're not going to want to go into an office.
No.
I mean, if they can have maternity leave, why are you going in and being like, oh, now I'm the new head of this organization? No, you're not. You're not. Yeah. Sorry.
I just did a video about that where I showed her original speech, and I showed people who are about to put their dog down or had just lost their pet for comparison of what that looks like. It's like, it's if he's dead, it is literally inhuman, her lack of grief. Ozark, did Erica do this to find out what Candace knows? I think it's more likely that they did it to discredit her and potentially entrap her into something they can use in a lawsuit, would be my guess. I'm not sure.
Rhonda Law, thank you. Michelle, as long as we know Christ is King and we trust and obey our Heavenly Father, that's all that matters. He knows we are not perfect. Amen to that.
Ivy, thank you for the super chat. This is a really interesting point. I was just reading this. Notice he didn't ask her about conspiracies. He didn't let her go over evidence because Andrew Wilson and PBD don't want their audience actually hearing Candace evidence because they will realize she makes sense. No gun on the roof in her vid, buff Tyler Pick, etc. That's very interesting. And it's funny because I was actually thinking about how they didn't challenge her on some of the specific investigations that she had done previously. And I wasn't really sure why, but I think that you might be exactly right about that, because there's no matter what, even if she's only landed on something that mattered 5 out of 10 times, which is exactly what happens in a real investigation. They don't want anyone looking at that stuff if there is something to be seen. Was waiting on Candace Owens to send her kids in for a debate. Oh, believe that she's going to have a little army. She's thinking 20 years from now. That's why think about her in a position with 8, 9 of her kids that she's been prepping to go take over the world. She's going to be like Griselda Blanco, just like the, whatever she's doing version. What company would want to ever hire Pickles again after he trashed the ones he works for? Well, he's pretending that he doesn't. That's what he's going to say to them. He's like, hey, they won't believe I was working for you because I called
tongue in cheek.
Retarded. Yeah, it's tongue
in cheek. Good one. Joe, maybe if TPUSA and its security wasn't so shady and irresponsible, they would still have one of the greatest debaters with Charlie and wouldn't have to hire a shill to teach people to debate like Andrew. Just a thought. Outstanding thought. Very much agreed. Yeah, his security team completely blew it.
Jesse, let's be real. Andrew Wilson will demolish you in a debate so bad you'd go back to doing MMA full time. Well, he should hope not, because I'd break his fucking arm. I'm just kidding. No, I would not. No, he wouldn't, because
he would not.
You only get demolished if you get rattled, and I don't care enough about anything to get rattled. And it's like I'd be like, okay, yeah, you're right. If you go into these things like, you're right, I don't know. Like if you, it's those tricks won't work. They just won't work. But also I'm not going to be trying to prove anything. You know what I mean?
Well, the goal for Andrew is to get people agitated, but he gets himself agitated. So, Wolfie, he was twitching like a crackhead by the end. Yes, he was.
There were a lot of people saying that.
Yep.
For Candace to win, she had to expose the surveillance state. You've explained it before, Jesse. Candace never pounced. Operation Trust Deep State Media Wars. Palantir won as usual. The people lost. Should expose the surveillance. I mean, that's the thing is like no one's gonna be able to expose anything complicated in a context like that. I don't think.
Yeah. All right. Ordinary Man 1904. Thank you for the super chat.
Jiu-jitsu move you both like to use on Andrew. Completely depends on why I'm using it. If he really pressed me, I'd Kimura him. And if I was just doing something else, I'd just choke him unconscious.
I probably wouldn't even use a move. I'd probably just let him get close, pick him up, and slam him on his head.
That's a bad day for whoever gets slammed on their head.
Well, what do you think he weighs? Maybe 185 pounds?
I think in your case, if he's a human male, it won't matter.
Very true. Very true. Vicky, still laughing about the Andrew hostage comparison. Please bring it back from time to time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I totally blanked there. Yeah, he Vicky's referring to the video where he's like, "Oh, please donate money," because I definitely went on Joe Rogan and said everybody's going to donate money to me. That way I can pay for this. No, he didn't. He said he would pay for it. And
he said he had already made the offer and she was such a chicken she wouldn't take it.
He paid $300,000 to get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Can you imagine doing that? Just joined. Y'all are awesome. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
Bella Nature, Dan and Jesse, after your ballistics test, are you satisfied with Andrew the gun expert's response to the 30-06? Look, we can sit here and talk about it all day, but we've done a frangible 30, a complete frangible, not just a frangible tip, a completely frangible round went through an entire chicken and a cinder block.
A 1945 frangible round with degraded powder from 80 years of sitting around. People would have recommended that we don't even fire those. That's how degraded the powder was, and it still ripped right through it.
Yeah, I took a big risk doing that, to be honest. We didn't even talk about that. But what was very interesting that probably people didn't pick up on the video is how quiet those rounds were.
Yeah.
I mean, they sounded suppressed.
40 to 50% reduction in sound, which means they were going much slower for sure.
Yep. But it still blew through everything.
Yeah. And it's a frangible, projectile too.
Yep.
Jules, Candace was playing the long game and brilliantly. He came to embarrass her, and she revealed to the millions that have been lied to about her that she was in this for the right reasons and that she only acted in good faith. I agree with that. I think she did. I think she did really well, and she came off really humble also, which I thought was good.
Michelle, well, Dan the Man, we need members live now with all the new gifted members. I don't know what that means. What does it mean when someone gifts a member?
So like instead of paying for a super chat and asking a question, I can pay to make people new members for a month. So like if I donate, I don't know what your membership is. Like, say it's $5. If I donate $100, then 20 people will get a free membership for a month. So you could do like
whoever joins.
You could just do you do a live stream and you make it members only. So only members can come participate. Then you can say whatever the fuck you want. That's what's cool about those. By the way, to my members, I put up so much new members only content. If you go to members videos and then hit oldest, I just put out a ton of shit that's like,
I got to start doing that.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna start doing that.
Oh, Steph became a new member. Go check out that new old, the new old stuff. It's it's like literally like 12 years old when I first took a run at YouTube and then quit.
Bruin, love when Andrew was trying to describe the wind created by a muzzle blast from like 3 inches away. Try 140 yards. Army sniper. Yeah. I don't know why she didn't focus on that.
Rob O'Neill. He said, Rob O'Neill would know better than me, or you mean SEAL Team 6 with fucking hundreds of bodies, dude. I know him. He told those guys have killed hundreds of dudes with guns.
Bam, bam. Let's be respectful, guys. Can't you see Andrew was shaking due to his PTSD from his time as a sniper? Man, his foot was ready to walk out the door like 5 minutes in. He could not stop shaking that thing.
Yep. Vicky Graham, love you, Jesse, except when you talk about your alternate theory. Thanks for all you do. I will accept that as long as you go watch the series on it. If you go watch the series and it still makes you mad, that's fine. But
I love how your people mess with you, dude. That's awesome.
Well, dude, it does sound insane. Like it sounds totally batshit. of course.
I mean, when you told me about it the first time, I think I just was like, all right, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
Remember,
Cool,
I remember I
deal.
talked to you when I was in Port Aransas for spring break in April. And I'm like, no, dude, I'm telling you, like, for real. I was like, it's
you kept telling me to watch the videos, and I was like, all right, dude.
You go watch the playlist, you will come out of it like, fuck, he was right. That's why Alex Jones and Sean Johnson both in the episode that they put out yesterday, they're like, it's a hoax. They're like, that's what happened.
Like I said, I'm in the camp of any theory is better currently than the Fed slop.
Me too. Again, like I also, it's wishful thinking. Of course I hope Charlie's alive, chilling, dude. I love that guy.
Very scary, Mary Candace. Can I ask a question? Andrew, no. That was the funniest thing to me. Apparently she can't. Like, why would you make that a part of the contract? Now it's not even a debate. It's not a debate anymore.
Nope.
It's a deposition.
Yep.
Clancy 88, you guys are awesome, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Or woman, I don't know if Clancy's man or a woman, but thank you. Maria, Candace for the win. Andrew's fake debate skills were proven, period. He is a fool. Yeah, I mean, especially in a debate like this. But Newmaker Windmill, what was up with his restless leg syndrome? I'm sure the guy honestly probably has a couple of issues.
It's a long time to be sitting there and not, like it may be something that he needs to do like often, and then he starts getting shaky if not,
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Just Dan, did you cover Andrew messing up aerodynamics and round velocity? Yeah, I don't even know if they went through that a ton, but she couldn't ask questions. So yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty funny. Wasn't he an NRA instructor? Didn't he say that too?
Yeah, I don't know. He said gunsmith and all. Yeah, whatever. But Candace is not an expert on that stuff either, so it's gonna be challenging for her to really stick a finger in his chest on the details on that. But she still won that part, I thought.
All right, XR Gorilla. Charlie is still alive. He went through a trap door in the ground. You guys should do more shows together.
I had a guy reach out to me that is a private investigator who says that he thinks that the way that they connected the contraption that was under his shirt was actually through that trap door underneath, and then they tugged on his pants to tell him that he's ready, and that was when he started like the signals or whatever. I mean, I have no idea. I didn't even know that.
So do you believe that though?
I have no idea. There's no way for me to know. All I know is that the guys had no blood on them. There's no blood trail. There's like so much wrong with the people whose reactions would be on the inside that but the lack of blood is a fucking big one. That's a really, really big one. Like the lack of blood afterwards.
Yeah.
33 hours, cash me outside. How about that? I don't understand the reference except cash me outside. And so that's funny anyway. It doesn't even matter what the joke was. Cash me outside is always funny.
Yeah.
Candace just said, trust me, bro. Is her evidence and moi feelings. Nope. Actually,
That's muy, right?
I mean, there was part
Spanish.
Some of that stuff was kind of felt that way when he was sticking, he's pressing her on Israel. It felt a little bit that way. But when he got into specifics, like the steakhouse, she ate him there because she's like, yeah, I reached out to the manager, spoke to him, and I've seen the receipt. And he's all, so you have no evidence. And she's like, I mean, that right there, they would convict a person of murder on that. If a manager saw a person there, proved he was there, and then people said that they shot him, like of course that's evidence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Should have talked about how they found the rifle. She could have talked a lot.
She can't
more
ask
about
questions
that,
though.
but she can't ask questions. Yep.
She should have just brought it up herself. Let's see.
That does explain why it was going the way it was at first too. She wasn't allowed to ask questions back.
A guy, Candace actually said she wasn't going to do something to get herself into a legal pickle. Did y'all catch that? Oh, dude, I did not catch that. That's hilarious though.
I got a text that they were like, she figured out a way to put pickle in there, and I wasn't sure what she was referencing.
Teresa Horn, thank you very much.
I have more respect for Wes Watson than Dork Andrew. Yeah, I mean,
kind of now, a little bit.
Now, Andrew Wilson did really like start the downfall of Wes's career and life. Now he's in prison.
I mean, it's funny if you look at them both, though. They're very emotionally
Similar.
Unchained. And so it's funny that Andrew was talking crap about Wes. And I mean, he's the same.
If Wes would have known more about him, like, because like a big guy just being like, look at your arms, bro. If you go too hard on that, it makes you look sorry. It's like, well, that's the only thing that matters. You meathead fucking weirdo.
Yeah. Lynn, timestamp 338:27. Andrew says it's not beyond a shadow of a doubt he closed his own case. If he was a juror, he would have had to discern not guilty. Such ignorance. Yep.
Exactly.
Very good point.
That's exactly right. Damon, thank you very much.
Turkey understanding muzzle blast will move a 30-06 box at the muzzle, but the bullet will not move a shirt at 140 yards. Yeah, 100%. Total joke. Hillary, thank you very much. Fresh. Please see Arch Andrews TikTok invasion intro on YouTube. I need your guys' live reaction to it. Okay. See if we can find that. Hillary, I did my very first super chat and missed the chat part. Anyways, I kind of feel like Andrew didn't care about any of it at all. He just wants the views. He wants the attention. That's it. I completely agree with you. I don't think he cares.
I think he cared.
I don't think he cares about anything.
Her. I think he cared about trying to embarrass her. Like he doesn't care about the case.
Yep.
Yeah. Leafmans, thank you very much. The debate of the false dilemma of if you don't have 100% proof of your theory, then you must 100% believe the government narrative. Thank you for that. That's a much more succinct and intelligent way of describing something that I am trying to explain all the time and failing, apparently.
Yep. High common sense outfit. Since Charlie Kirk's murder, this quote my mom used to say to me and my siblings has been in my head on repeat. Oh, what a tangled web we weave when we practice to deceive. When first we practice to deceive. Andrew and his wife clearly don't understand this concept. Absolutely. Yep. Very true. Bull Shark 102. For your information, all the Ortho Bro fans in the chat will constantly say debate Jay Dyer and call you gay if you don't. If you ignore them, they just comment the same. Think of the meme. Ortho Bros cry out in pain as they strike you. Dude, I'll really debate anybody. I really don't care. I mean, I don't know who this guy is. I'll look him up, but I just think it's fun to have conversations. That's what I wanted to do with Andrew when I was driving down to the coast and I had 30 minutes to get on a live with him and he wouldn't do it because I wouldn't do it for 2 hours. I don't want to talk to you for 2 hours, bro. I want to hear what your evidence is, and then I want to get back to fishing. Fuckhead.
Yeah. Well, and I just laugh at that stuff because I'm like, the idea that I'd be scared to like talk to a person is hilarious. I'm like, oh gosh, are you going to be a bitch or are you going to talk to that dude? It's like, oh my gosh, that is scary. Jennifer, thank you very much. It's very generous. I appreciate you. That epic dirtbag was listening to respond or interrupt, not listening to her. Nice try, Toilet Paper USA. You missed, effing losers. You guys and Candace and Baron. Yeah, I mean, he is a dirtbag, and I'm glad that. Yep. And Dan is the one who found that clip of him being like, "Oh, if a girl has an orgasm during a grape, then she's not a victim." That shit, dude. I don't know why that shit. That I haven't seen someone say something that pissed me off more than that in a really long time. I don't know why. Probably because I have 3 daughters, but that really fucking pissed me off.
Teresa, Andrew Wilson hates Candace Owens on PBD episode 707, 2 hours and 11 minutes over Steven Crowder. Okay.
Jeremy, thank you very much. Please, they are not entitled to their opinions when they are blatantly lying about such obvious things. They lie about other things as well. This just shows how many of them there truly are. Stop entertaining the obvious BS. I'm not sure. Thank you. I don't know who we're talking about, though. What did we learn today, class? Debating before trial, all evidence is available is pointless. All this proved was that there's valid reason to question everything. Yep.
Very true. Mama, the fact that Candace Owens turned him bum rushing her to list the charges into a teaching moment for her audience was a mommy move, though. You guys are the best, dude. That was so cool. I love how she just had that ready to go.
Yeah.
But it's interesting how she asked him a question, right? Like she asked, do you know any of the charges when she couldn't ask questions?
Yeah.
But then that one time he wouldn't let her. Very weird.
Yeah, well, that time didn't go very well for him. Did you know that Destiny and Nick Fuentes slept together? Destiny's photos got stolen and shared odd pairing. I definitely heard the rumor that the video of Destiny, whatever, with a dude was Fuentes, but I have no way of verifying that.
Nick Fuentes is definitely gay.
Is your opinion?
Is my opinion.
Yeah. But I did hear the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to watch it on Jake Shields. I was on Jake Shields' show, and man,
Yeah.
he does not hold back at all.
He does
I
not,
love it,
dude.
though.
When he
I
got
love it,
demonetized,
though,
I feel
dude.
terrible about it, dude. But
I know.
I told
He's
him,
a
though, I'm
good
like,
dude.
He's a great dude. All
Really
the
good
jiu-jitsu
dude.
guys are fucking great dudes like that. And like, yeah, he's cool as fuck.
I didn't ask him if he was going to BJJ me on the show. I should have.
He can BJJ anyone with a handful of exceptions. That guy's one of the most.
You think he could get me?
Oh, I mean, like,
Come on, dude.
100. Like, I'm not saying
I'm
I
kidding,
could.
dude. Of course,
He for
of
sure
course he can. Of
Yeah,
course
yeah,
he can.
He's like, yeah, he's how do you think he won the first third? I didn't see it that
I
way.
know.
I'm neutral on the topic. I don't want one person to win. I want the truth. I mean, listen, I could watch it back, but in the way that I interpreted the beginning, it felt very much like all of us were saying, we're like, if she wasn't allowed to ask questions, that explains it. But he had her on her heels where she just kept on having to defend herself. And we were like, she shouldn't, like, why is she not putting this back on him where he has to defend his position? But if she wasn't able to ask questions, that would explain it. It's possible that I just wanted her to win so much that I was interpreting it that way at first, but I don't know. Most people felt the same way. She definitely flipped it and definitely won, though.
Dude, remember when Andrew went on and said all these bald, roided out guys are hating on him? Look at all this hair, dude.
Yeah, what was he? Who's he?
Look at all this hair.
About? Me,
Look at all of that
JD,
hair, dude.
JD has hair, right?
Yep.
Nate
I don't
has
know.
hair, obviously.
I don't know, but he definitely got it wrong.
He did.
You got some nice hair, dude.
I think he might have been talking about me, and I'm like, shit, man, I don't get mad at anybody. I just like to laugh at people.
B7 87B. Rob is the guy that was fact checking for Andrew. Fact checking. Yeah, he was doing both of those. Sure, Jan. Hey, Dan and Jesse, I tagged you both on Twitter. Sent you a gladiator pic of Candace, two of them. Maga is crashing out over USS Lincoln and the Jerks went on attack. I'm not validated by kitty cats. Ignored mom of two on Twitter.
I saw
Jack, Twitter.
I saw Jack talking about that, about the USS Liberty. I started watching it and then ran out of time. Did you watch? Did you watch Black Scout's video on that yet?
No, I need to.
Yeah.
Wake up with wood. Okay.
I promise I will.
Jack Dyer is great at religious debates. Doesn't make sense that people want you to debate him. I think he would agree with y'all on most topics. Hey man, I'm down to talk about Christianity. I mean, I don't know a lot about other religions. I know a decent amount about Catholicism because I was raised a Catholic, and then like 6 or 7 years ago, I just switched to non-denominational Christianity just by the Bible. But I love talking about that stuff. I love it. Mr. 3550. Andrew had 5 clips. Candace called out the 5th one was about Erica. They took a long time getting the 5th clip up and then showed a clip about the first clip. They absolutely had 4 to 5 clips about Erica. Yeah.
That's a great catch.
I think
it's a great catch.
I think he was there for her, but he also called her a retard. So once again, really good job.
Put him on the
money
spot.
well spent on all ends.
He's not fast on his feet.
No.
Jules, welcome to the membership. Enjoy the new stuff. There's like 20 new members only videos if you go back there.
World of Wrestling 6186. I think Erica and Charlie waxed. The minute it happened, I was like, this is JFK all over again. Candace Owens confirmed it for me. Yeah. Yeah.
Joanne says, let's be honest here. Candace lost just on the fact that she had to deny backtrack at Stonewall. I will say this, though. Andrew didn't look good. It just depends on if someone sat and watched the entire debate, there's no way they thought that she lost. I would totally understand if you only watched a section of it, there were parts that you would come out of it thinking that, but if you watched like the last third, I'm telling you, she ate him alive.
I'm not horribly mad at this comment. I don't think Candace lost. But at least they're admitting, I think a lot of Andrew's people are probably pissed at him because they thought he was going to like nail her and he didn't do anything.
It looked like that might be where it was going, but it's interesting to now know if it was contractually, she couldn't ask questions because that's crazy, dude. Paid $27 to call you stupid. Oh, dude. That's why I welcome
that's Jesse's. That's where half of Jesse's come from, dude.
Yeah, please, dude. Please. That's why I just like, you're right. You're probably right. You should tell me that every day.
Sure, Jan. The pictures I sent you to were Candace in a sexy gladiator costume and a more modest gladiator costume with a tiger on a chain sitting by her. I wanted to put Neff behind bars like movie. I tagged y'all, TPUSA, Erica, Andrew. Awesome. Thank you.
AI is amazing. A Gatewood, thank you very much.
KT81, thank you. Nicholas Allard, both of them have opinions. I'm more on Candace's side, but I see things unbiased. Candace had her faults, but the same faults as Andrew. I just want America, the state we can't mention. Yeah, I mean, I don't agree with everything Candace has ever said. I think Andrew is an idiot, though. Like, I don't think he did anything good here. I think he wasted his own money. Well, maybe not his own money, but I don't think Andrew did anything other than look really stupid. And that's me being, if Andrew was on our side, I would say the exact same thing.
Same. I just like, candidly, I don't know how all of a sudden I feel like I'm in a position where I'm like defending all women. It's like, dude, I promise if I'm in that position, you've lost the fucking plot, dude.
Dude, so it's like, only an insult. It's only an insult though if you see it that way. Like someone saying, "Oh, all women are retarded." It's like, dude, shut up and go in the corner.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
We don't need to hear anything more from you if that's your stance. Like, just go over there, get a coffee, have a cigarette, and just enjoy your day.
She could have drilled into that a little bit more. Just been like, "Is that your actual opinion?" Like, I just want to make sure that I understand. You're on record.
She can't ask questions.
Oh yeah, she couldn't ask questions, of course. Yep.
So stupid.
So dumb, dude. Oh, when she said illegal pickle to pickle boy, yeah, it's hilarious. I wish I would have. It just didn't register apparently. I love the part where she said, "I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you." I know,
dude, that was the best
line, dude. I've heard her say that before, but it's perfect. It's great. Thank you for
that. Was the best. Laura, if the receipt is true, then he was at the restaurant at the time. He was claiming to be watching the police car to retrieve his rifle. The entire confession goes up in flames according to the timestamps. I agree.
I agree. Unless the
do you think, Jesse, do you think he met Charlie Kirk at the restaurant?
No, yeah. Dude, you know that they're saying that they had a video of someone driving the same car with a bald head full of 4 people. It's like, and they think it's Blake Neff driving the driving the car,
driving
around.
Charlie to the IHOP.
Yeah, Charlie's all, guys, that went great. Everybody, amazing work. But yeah, on the timestamps on the confession, when I watched the trial and looked at what timestamps were on the screenshots of the conversation, it said 11:36 It was 11:36 p.m. You're like,
yeah,
how is no one talking about this? How, like, he was out front of the park waiting to go try to get his rifle at midnight. Everybody thinks that was happening at 2:30, right? Or like 3 or something latest.
Yeah, very true. Stacy Face, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Joe Jersey, I got here through Jesse and love supporting genuine people. They were obviously late ironing out that Candace couldn't ask questions. Yeah, we were questioning it in the beginning, but thank you very much.
Yep. Paulie, I'm playing an arms dealer mobile game. Does that make you an expert?
Yes, it does, according to Andrew's wife, dude. Let's
Yep.
get her on. Let's get her on Twitter and let's have her promote this guy as a Army sniper.
Yep.
Oh, you gotta love that, dude. Oh, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Sorry.
Yeah. Every
Okay.
time Candace countered his gaslighting with a fact, he pivoted fast and with the shake and bake approach. Yeah. Andy was just disingenuous, and his leg shake sweats were definitely withdrawals needing to sweat. Oh, that's a really good point. That probably is why he was shaking. He probably needed a cigarette, dude.
You think he's on something? No, I think he's on something more. I think he for sure drinks a bunch.
He has the face of drinks a bunch, but I have no way to speculate, but he probably,
Yeah.
Optics aren't going to favor Andrew's body language and cadence, but he did deliver the point. He went to drive, not to mention Candace cried mercy a lot. Wait, and when?
What?
When did she cry mercy?
What was the point? I mean, he put on Twitter that she had nothing. It's like, but that's the thing that people don't get, and that's why Andrew's audience is like, dude, question what he says. I tell it to my audience all the time. Don't take everything as fact. Do your own research, because he tells people, well, she has to have proof. She doesn't. She doesn't. And Andrew goes out there and says, well, she had nothing. Well, has she made a definitive claim? If she hasn't, then technically, yes, you're correct. She has nothing in terms of proof. But if we're looking at pattern recognition, if we're looking at, do things seem off? She has a lot. So it depends on how you present it. But she didn't cry mercy on anything that I know of.
Yeah. Believe me, if I thought she lost, I would say it, dude. I genuinely think that she
not even
won.
close.
Yeah.
Yep. Jojo, thank you. Welcome. Fuzzy balls, dude.
You guys need to do a video where you take a bunch of cinder blocks and unleash some firepower. Did you take down the video where we blew that thing up? Like the one where
dude. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that other channel, dude. Maybe I should start giving debate lessons.
We had a video where we fucking blew some shit up, dude. It was a big explosion, but that's why we took it down, apparently.
Yeah. DJ Moore, welcome. Thank you.
I'm telling that other story in a video, by the way, tomorrow.
When?
Obviously with some details, removed.
No, you got to tell the story the way it is, man.
No. Andrew Wilson would not debate Heavy Duty Country Dan because one look at you and he would cower away. Well, he's certainly not going to do it in person. I agree.
Well, he wouldn't know how to handle me on here because I wouldn't give him an inch, even though he probably wants one.
Whatever podcast live from debate starts at 5. Whatever podcast live from debate starts at 5:00. I'm confused.
Dude, the Whatever podcast is a joke. All they do is promote OnlyFans women. That thing is a joke, dude.
Which again, if that was like some clever scheme to like have sex with lots of like loose 22-year-olds in Miami, like, okay. It's like,
but most of those women leave pissed off.
Exactly. Right. I don't like when like someone's entire objective is to humiliate girls. It just is very much like, I just don't like that in general. You know what I mean? It's like,
well, what's your goal with it, though?
Protect girls. And in that environment, you can absolutely be very critical of decisions that they're making. But the point should be to like drive them in this direction and show them that there's a better way to do it. If they love what they're doing, they're making millions of dollars. I don't care, dude. I care, but like, I don't know. I just don't, it feels like, I don't know. My instinct is always to protect girls, generally speaking. Erica's too retarded. No, Andrew, you're retarded.
Yeah. Debbie, interesting to say the least. Thank you very much. Yes, it is. What does that say? Finn, I would love to see Andrew debate Dan on this because there were so many times Candace lost opportunities that would have shut him down immediately and Dan would have clocked them. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people on his side think I'm just some like dumb country dude. And, you know, all I can say is debate me, man. Show me that you're a master debater, please.
The master debater, dude. If Jesse wasn't gay, he'd be wearing a tank. That's why I was already smiling before.
Yeah, dude. What's up with that?
What?
What's up with that? Dude, is Charlie over there? Did he steal it from you?
He did, dude.
Okay, I'm done.
But it doesn't really fit. He's 6'5", bro. My shit doesn't fit him, dude. No, but this is actually this is Alex Jones merch right here, dude.
Oh, that's a sick shirt, dude.
I know. But I am gay.
Dude, they're really running with that one on all the live streams over there. It's like he admitted it. It's like, okay.
Oh, when I did that on the thing where I was like, why am I in this
yeah.
crew? And I was like, I'm gay.
Yep. They're like, he admitted it, so he must be gay. It's like, dude.
Yeah, his
my Lord.
wife and his 3 kids probably just appeared. No, it's the original. When I originally filmed it, I was like, I'm gay. And I'm like, just kidding. And then I started talking about martial arts. I'm like, it's way funnier if I just say I'm gay and then cut it there, dude. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I did the same thing in a video. They were like, oh, Dan's gay because they made this like image of all of them towering over Andrew. And it's like, you guys got me.
Yeah.
I'm gay.
You're right.
I'm super gay. You got me.
The implication is that we're about to prison grape him. But because
jeez. Yeah. Dog knows. Everyone knows Tyler Robinson shot JFK. Come on. I love that. He's a time traveler, dude. And Charlie, I think Charlie staged this entire thing, to be honest.
He staged the JFK thing too, dude.
Yeah, dude, he's a time traveler.
Explains everything.
Boy. We're really going off the rails here. All right. This is you.
Oh, Grammy Timmy, welcome to the membership. He was fiending for a smoke. Agree. Now, that's actually very insightful. Yes, I think so.
That and a Miller Lite, man.
What about testing a short distance air powered pellet from behind a ballistic head for an exit wound on the front? Oh, no, it wouldn't. I mean, I have a very, very, very powerful 22 caliber Benjamin nitropiston air rifle. And I mean, you can kill something with it. I have like something big, but there's no way it's going to exit when you have to be like pinpoint precise to like kill something big with it. I just got lucky and hit a deer in its brainstem and it died. But like, there's definitely not going to be an exit wound for sure. And no one would use that as an assassination tool when success is so important. You know, they're trying to get Candace to say something liable. Yes, I think that's very likely too.
Steph, when Andrew said about being home with the kids, she has Charlie's legacy to uphold. Candace said his legacy is his children, not TPUSA. Mic drop. I agree. I also agree with TPUSA is his legacy because he put a lot of work into it. But at the same time, his wife does not have to run it. She can literally hire one of the best CEOs in the world and uphold it that way. And she can stay at home with the kids, collect money, go get pedicures, go grieve, actually grieve. You know how bad it is when I saw her on that Zoom call where she's laughing and giggling with everybody. Like, I think it was 2 weeks after. It's like, dude, that
when she's
looks
talking about
so
the merch
bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
That one. And then the week after when Candace played the phone recording of her all hands meeting is the day where I put it all together. I literally ended a stream. I listened to that and I'm like, okay, now we got 2 options. Either Charlie's not dead or she's a fucking alien. And I was just talking. And then I went downstairs because I was like, I just couldn't put all the pieces together. And then I was like, because it's impossible. It's impossible to be that devoid of grief unless she's a genuinely evil psycho.
Can Big Country shout out Sumo Dog? It's a real dog that Sweeze's friend. Sweeze is a real person too, an Emilio dog too. Shout out to all these dogs.
Dogs.
There we go. B787B, Andrew Wilson is a high school debate kids' revenge on women for making fun of them in school. Yeah. Like I said, if I was in high school with him, I probably would have stuck up with him, but I probably also would have been like, drop the fucking attitude, bro. It's not working.
They're trying to get Candace to say something liable to shut her down. Yeah.
Yep.
Jesus is Lord. Thank you very much. He started drinking after the live, immediately after the live, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew Wilson said he didn't know Erica Kirk before going to TPUSA to prep for the debate. You are both rock stars. Thank you very much. Start the live episode at 5:08:19. Andrew. Oh, okay. I understand what you're saying. Yeah. So they're saying on the current whatever live stream at 5:08, he calls in. Joe, oh, thank you very much. I love seeing your genuine happiness for your friend's success. Christ is King. I always root for my friends, and thank you very much. Both of you guys are amazing. In your honest opinion, how does this case shake down with the evidence currently in play? Candace totally destroyed Andrew Wilson. I have a. It's either, in my opinion,
dude.
I can't.
Do not answer this.
I can't
answer this.
That's like them trying to trap me like Candace.
The evidence is Charlie is somewhere in Jesse's studio
Mars,
right
dude.
now.
He's on Mars right now.
Yep. 100%.
She could have pushed him more for the messages, like show me the positive evidence that Tyler sent those.
Can't
messages.
ask questions.
She can't ask questions. Yep. It explains everything, by the way.
Yep.
Show me the photo or the log that show him sending it.
Shit,
same way she did Mad Steakhouse. Yep, totally. Exactly. Yeah, I totally agree. She has evidence in contrary of narrative. Yes, I agree. Check the phone. Checkmate. Yep. He walked into that, dude. Watch live. Pure fanboying both sides. People can't stay objective. I 100% believe Tyler didn't do it and agree with Candace, but Andrew stayed much calmer, didn't understand.
No, he didn't.
He did. No. Again, if someone only watched
in the beginning,
half, that's in the first
half.
Oh,
yeah, in the beginning.
If you only watch the first half of the debate,
yeah.
I would agree with you, but watch the second half because I promise anybody who's saying that did not watch the full debate.
But it's not impressive to stay calm when things are calm. When Andrew was getting screwed over, he was not calm at all. That's what's impressive to me is when you're getting your shit handed to you and you can still be like, okay, like I can remain calm, relax, whatever.
If you come to debate as a master, but read your opening statement, you lose your debate card. I completely agree that was insanely bizarre that he read that opening statement. I was like, why is he?
He was nervous.
Yeah,
he was
very nervous at the beginning, but he pulled it together. In his credit, he pulled together pretty fast though, like because he looked shaken up at first.
Yep. Sure, Jan, don't think I'm weird, but I have pajamas made with your face on them. Candace too, all my favorite creators, nothing perverted. You're close to my son's age. That's awesome. I love it. Is Jesse on there? Is Charlie on there?
If Charlie's on there, that proves my theory.
Daniel Stein. All Andrew 1 year cervix did was a bunch of red herrings, then tried to accuse her of cheating. What stupid fuck. The Avengers squad would destroy him. He doesn't even know much about the case. Yeah. Dude, I would love to have him on our panel. You, me, and Nate.
Yep.
He wouldn't last 10 minutes.
We should definitely 100%. Hold on. I'm pulling something up real quick here because this is one of those ones, dude. You can't do it. You can't say that because he says, we've all seen his wife. You can only fool noobs. Well, let me show you my second channel real quick because here's my wife. And you guys should also go follow this channel, dude. You know, like this one right here. Boop, boop.
I don't know what they're talking about.
You might have to like add it right there. She's terrible looking. The way that you have these,
dude, she's the best, bro.
Yeah, you know,
she's so cool.
She's the best, dude. She is that. One of those things. Lucky is all. But yeah, play with
pretty lucky,
that's our other
dude.
channel. We do less content than I do on my main, but people like it even more. Ninth grade was the best 4 years of my life. TPUSA is now the kiss of death. It doesn't, dude.
That's
it's not
4
good for
years of my
careers.
life, dude.
It's not good for people's careers to be on that side of the fence anymore. Cash said, "See you at Valhalla's, Dan." Right?
Yep.
Yeah, he did say that. Very bizarre.
Yeah, he sure did.
What about him being on his phone, literally reading off a script, but Candace looked down at hers and he eats her alive? The way he beats out loud is predatory. Wait, what? The way he... I'm confused by that.
Eats her alive. That's kind of contradictory, but maybe they just typed it wrong.
I'm confused.
Let's see.
Yeah, Raymond, from an attorney standpoint, I would suggest not mentioning Andrew Wilson again. Continuing to give this guy mentions only builds his base. We all know crickets hurt far worse than a response, of course. But also, we don't actually care about hurting him. He's not that important. It's just fun to talk about.
I mean, if he starts coming out with good stuff, great. But I mean, he kind of ruins it for himself with the prick attitude and a bunch of other stuff. Dog Nose Gents, your assessment of Patrick Beck David today. I really liked it.
I thought he went. I thought he did
issue.
very well. Yeah.
Yep. Fenris, y'all common sense is refreshing. I love you both. We love you too.
Thank you. I got the impression that Andrew was sent to scoop Candace. He has so many times. Do you have evidence? Who's your source? Thinking Candace would reveal her hand to win the debate. He is a fool. She is much smarter. Like I said, that the part where he was calling her a liar when you clearly know she's not going to reveal who her sources are when they're like, that's the whole point. She's a journalist. At the end of the day, I mean, it's a podcast, but she's a journalist. If it's an anonymous source, she's not going to betray the person just to like have Andrew not talk shit. You know what I mean? Thank you for the super chat.
Staff, Minnesota checking in. I swear I tune in for the conversation. Dan's muscles and tattoos are just a completely unrelated bonus. There we go. Thanks, Staff. That's awesome. Christina, just wanted to say Candace loved Charlie and she's fighting for the truth. Thank you both for standing up for women. Christ is king. Love Nate too. Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, look, women make mistakes and they can be called out at times. I just think the way that guy does it is just, it's just horrible. You don't have to be like that. Queen B 300K to prove Rachel is full of shit. 100%. She is.
Yep.
At least on the stuff that we've gone over. 2SMP. How does DNA work? Rifle and pants, no sweat, no hair, no nothing on the rifle. Did he wipe it down with the towel? But the towel had little to no DNA. So I mean, he could have.
Great.
So that's point. That's a really good point.
Great point.
I mean, if he had bleach or something like that, they probably would have found it. But that's a really good point.
A really good point. If it's degraded,
I got to remember
degraded. They said, "Hey, they're like, didn't you say that he slid it in his his pants, dude? He would sweat all over that thing, dude."
He would have had to pick it up, obviously, to put it in his pants, unless he had latex gloves on when he did that. But to shoot it, we don't see him running with blue gloves on.
No, he's definitely not wearing gloves because he specifically says in the text messages, "I hope I didn't leave fingerprints," which I've always called out is a dead giveaway that these are bullshit. Because if he's a person who's thinking about fingerprints, he would have worn gloves.
Dude, this comment is amazing. That's
a really sharp
good point.
Yeah.
Because if his DNA wasn't the
primary,
I guess, primary on the gun, it couldn't have been him, dude.
It's a wrap. Yeah. Or at the very least, it breaks the official story. You know, there's all this weird stuff of, they changed clothes. I've never seen any evidence that it's the same person. But if the gun is down the pants of the shooter, the DNA should be very easy to pull.
Shit is so. I love all the videos online of people shoving guns down their pants.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Look, bro.
Yeah.
I shoved this gun down my pants. It's like, okay, guys, great.
We took care of the ballistic side. They tested the can I fit this rifle down my pants side.
Yeah. It's like, okay, cool, man. Get some parachute pants.
Candace is the GOAT and Andrew is a douchebag. Oh, that was yours, but nonetheless, another
sorry, Haley. Yeah.
Chat. Shocker.
There we go.
What about the non?
I have one of these.
What about a non-rifle pre-aimed PCP pellet system, dude? You know,
I have one. I have one, dude.
Yeah, that's one of the only things I don't.
I have one for my pond. It
awesome?
shoots out fish pellets, dude.
Yeah.
The bass.
Dude, have you
They don't
seen
go
those-
there. They don't go that fast, but they definitely shoot out pellets so the bass can eat.
I'm
making a joke, dude.
They go like 750 feet per second, 750 or something like that with the big.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So only a little bit,
Yeah,
little slower than at 45, but just a much smaller, obviously much smaller. But dude, I've wanted one of those. How many shots do you get with a single canister?
What, a fish feeder?
I don't know. Oh, that's a thing. I was just talking about like a PCB like pellet system.
I'm still messing with you, dude. I don't know. It's probably one shot, but it depends if it's
no, if it's got a PCB,
know.
like I thought those have that huge air canister on them. No,
I'm not sure.
Have you seen that guy's channel who smokes all the squirrel? His whole channel is just him close up, slow motion, shooting squirrels with pellet guns and blowing their brains out. It's
squirrel tastes pretty good.
Really?
In my opinion. Mm-hmm. You want one?
That's country as fuck. If you were going to eat it,
I'll bring one over. I'll bring one over.
Fuck that. I want to kill the one that I eat at least. I'll go kill it in your ranch.
No. I'll bring one over that's already gone. And then we can eat it.
You can eat one piece first, so I know you're not fucking with me.
Okay. Here we go.
Dimmitt, thank you very much. Gabrielle and Brittany are gorgeous ladies. That is true. Thank you.
Nicholas, Jesus wouldn't want anyone to idolize anyone. I really agree with that. I've always held the stance on that. I think you can agree with people and be fond of them, but my experience with this Andrew guy is the people who are trying to fight his battle for him, at least in my comments on Twitter, it's like, wow, you guys just need to find your relationship with Jesus. Because it's like, if you have that much of a idol mentality, especially with a guy like that, kind of lost, but whatever.
Also, it's good. It's good to look for traits and principles in people that you respect and then try to mirror those and make them yours. But I agree about the idol thing is like, you can be a person who is solid enough that you don't need to idolize anyone.
Yeah. Yep. Brewable, that person was saying that Andrew ate her alive since that he went after her. You boys need someone who can comprehend variable chats. But without you, this wouldn't be happening. Strange world we're in. Much love. Best of luck. Yeah, we do need somebody who can comprehend stuff. Maybe we can get Andrew Wilson in here.
I'm sure he'll do it very honestly.
Oh, 100%. He'll do it for like $5. I bet he really needs it.
Dima, thank you very much. I'll always be Team Candace, but I don't think she sweeped. I think I feel like she could have driven better points and delivered more. She did sound a lot like she was going off her opinions only. I agree. At the
she couldn't ask questions though.
But she couldn't ask questions. And again, if I guess this is why debates are stupid. You have to pick a winner in a conversation. But if that's what we're doing, the most impactful moment of the entire debate is when she got him to have to acknowledge he doesn't even know what Tyler Robbins is charged with.
Dude, some of these are hilarious. Not this one. The next
wait, hang on.
one.
I think we missed one.
Crap, my bad.
I barf gagged the whole debate. Andrew is such a Barney. His teeth gnarly. Why did he look so disheveled? The homeless hands look cleaner than his. Poor Candace hopes she throws away that mic and chair. He's that gross. He throw away the chair, dude.
I wouldn't really want to shake his hand. There's like some guys where you're just like, I don't want to shake that dude's hand.
I mean, I'll go wash my hands immediately afterwards.
The way they look. I've straight up not shaken guys' hands because I just feel like,
I don't want to be that big of a dick, but I'll go wash my hands right after.
I will be that big of a dick. Like I said, I'm not a nice guy, but I am a good man, and I don't want to touch your hand if you look weird. Sorry, maybe that's a weird thing, but
no, I mean, not weird coming from you at all. Patriot over 50. Thank you very much. You two rock. Y'all are so smart and cute. Glad I'm not 20 years younger. Oh, damn.
There we go.
Me too. To make my life complicated
50,
if you were,
I'm actually 55.
We need a Jesse on Fire Stu Peters collab someday. I'm totally down. That is a very talented
Dude, I want to
gentleman
do
on the
that too.
microphone. Yep.
I want to do that too. Absolutely. Winston, Candace knew this was going to be an interrogation of her. And really in the beginning, when she asked why he believed the Fed slop, he said, I just do. Well, what other stance can he have? I don't think he does, though, because he literally said 75 to 85% I buy. So I want to know, what is the 25 to 15% that you question?
Yep.
What is it?
He won't have an answer. He's just
he's
trying
not
to give himself
he's
an out.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see.
Real quick before that one, we missed Scooter. Scooter says, Jesse, serious questions. Were you upset that Candace didn't have her hair up? What did any girl, any pretty girl that has great bone structure, I always suggest that they wear their hair up because you shouldn't cover your face. But that's just what it is. And then curious about this, is the stance that there's no weapon on the roof? If so, why is it important that it's a tactical military crawl? The stance is that they don't have proof there's a rifle on the roof because you can't see it. And the tactical military crawl is just more, all of this is just more evidence that Tyler Robinson should not be convicted based on the current evidence, from my perspective. Like, you can't even prove he has a rifle. The tactical crawl would indicate that it's not him potentially, or very least this murky Bigfoot looking thing is even less likely to be him than it was before they did the tactical crawl that he almost certainly doesn't know how to do. You know what I mean? Ethan, you know what a fucking knee cut is, dude. Ask a white belt that's never done it to do a knee cut across the entire mat. They can't do it. And that's all that dude did. You know what I mean? Is it just me, or does Blake Neff look like a NASCAR mummy? Can you please check? I don't know, but probably.
I don't know what that means. Probably.
Mike Allen, thank you very much. There was never a gun on the roof. There is no footage of the gun being taken apart on the roof either. He shoots, then immediately runs away and jumps off the roof. You know what's crazy about it was when Candace mentioned that the body cam footage cuts off right after, like right as they're walking up on the crime scene. That's one of those ones that's hilarious where I really wish she was allowed to ask questions so she could be like, you don't have a problem with that, dude? You don't have a problem with the body cam footage losing its battery 1 second before they're about to walk up on the crime scene, where they now are going to tell you what was there and has his DNA on it? That doesn't bother you, but she can ask questions.
All right, Tom, what was the rifle was put back together with? Well, probably a screwdriver, but I don't think he ever took it apart. It just wouldn't make sense for him to take a shot, have that much adrenaline going. And then we've seen on the roof, he didn't stop to take it apart.
No.
So anyways, all right. I think that's it. You want to call it, man, or you got anything else?
We got more. We got like 5 more. Yeah.
There. Oh crap. My bad. Sorry, guys.
Let
Andrew debate Julian Dory.
I think Julian Dory is fucking dope. I love that guy's show.
Yeah.
Mauser can't be disassembled without special tools and advice. Receiver threads cannot recut for the takedown conversion. 98s were 88, not 30-06. More problems with the rifle. Thank you, dude. I really thought Andrew would have curtailed his nicotine cravings by slapping on a few patches on each arm. Yeah, or Knickknacks. Sponsor of the channel, Knickknacks.
Yep. Drew, HDC, if Andrew got in the same room as you, I swear he would have the same face you make when you shouldn't have trusted that fart. I don't think Andrew would ever want to be in the same room as me. Not because I'm this super violent person, but because I'm not gonna say anything right now. Gotta watch myself sometimes on here, dude. Michael Lambert, wasn't the tactical crawl video from the building directly in front of Charlie and not from the side? He would have been hit from the front.
I'm not sure.
I'm
Smarter
not sure
people
about
than
that
me
one.
have evaluated that. But she pulled up the assassin outfit for the ads. Not sure. And Jamie, thank you very much. And the debate was held at Candace's house. Is the word. We got 2 more.
2 more, baby.
Both yours. Where was it? Yeah, there you go.
Daniel Stein, lateral crawling and laying down all over that hot gravel, no scrapes or bruises on Tyler Robinson. Had a thought. Charlie wasn't gone. Erica Kirk is too calm for watching event right in front of her. Very, very true. Very true. America First Girl, absolutely love you both. Andrew needs a lesson on how to be a real man.
He should go get one from Nick Fuentes. I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah, dude. Maybe they can cuddle.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Man.
Thanks, everybody.
Dude, thank you, guys. This was so much fun.
This is super fun, dude. We'll do it again very soon.
I'm gonna come out with some kind of schedule for my lives every week. I think I'm gonna do 2 a week, and then we can do one together. We can do one together like once a week. We should. Yeah. This was fun, dude. I want to hear more about your Charlie is alive theory.
I mean, there's a whole fucking playlist. Like I did, there's like 12 episodes. But yeah, I mean, but also like I prefer to talk to other when I do live streams, but got to be selective.
I love it.
You know what I mean? You should do them.
There we go. We go.
Thank you, guys.
Well, hey guys, really appreciate it. We're signing off. Y'all have a great evening, and we'll see you next time.
Later, guys.